no. What is it?
Something! Oh. Bad news, chump! It's your granny! Give me another bottle, boss! Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know!
What's wrong?
Oh god. See?
I'm gonna hurl.
And greetings to you too, Gramps.
What did you just call him?
You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you've got to be Gramps.
Wow, okay. He basically just shipped us with his grandma.
The time for idle observation is over. It now falls on me to act.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. Today we're going to tackle Act 3 of the Natlan Archon quest. Let's go ahead and jump into it. On Act 2, we had just rescued Kachina from the Night Kingdom, and Mavwika had implored us to help her recruit the rest of the heroes to thwart the plans of the Abyss and the Fatui, and Capitano and his henchmen were about to try to steal the Gnosis because Mavwika was weakened after fighting Capitano and after helping us rescue Kachina from the Night Kingdom. So let's go ahead and see what the blurb here has to say. So, we've got the rainbow destined to burn. The darkness of the abyss draws near. People gaze into the rising smoke as if gazing upon new possibilities. This world needs heroes. It needs a miraculous light to shatter the silence of death. Alright, let's go ahead into it. Go to quest. So it says, Beyond the Smoke and Mirrors, Chapter 5, Act 3, all names are noble. Wait until 2 days later. Your adventures in Natlan continue after some time has passed. Alright, so we need to fast forward 2 days here. Okay. So let's fast forward this 2 days, day after tomorrow. All right, so we fast forward to 2 days. Let's see where it takes us next.
Things have been looking really rough for Natlan lately. There are more and more commissions from the Adventurers Guild, and they're all related to the Abyss. Just waiting around won't do us any good. Let's go and see if there's anything we can do to help.
Got it. All right, Paimon, so where do we need to go to see if there's anything we can do to help? I would guess the Adventurers Guild. Since she mentioned it. Yeah, she mentioned commissions. So let's go ahead and talk to Catherine, I'm guessing. And see where this takes us. Oh, that was quick.
I see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
Have we met that guy before, Piltson? Is he from the People of the Springs?
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions?
You two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan.
Oh.
Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land. Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action.
That'll lead to a faster response time.
Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once.
That is true.
So please also take a chance to relax, you two.
Oh, okay.
You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest.
Okay, I guess we're going to go into relaxation instead of tackling some commissions head on here.
So that's the plan. Whew, we can finally stop and take a break.
But the threat of the Abyss is still far from over, but the less work we take, the less we'll earn.
Paimon knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster.
That's an interesting way to look at it.
Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later.
So the people of the Abyss are like, the people of Natlan are used to dealing with the Abyss like it's just like a storm or something like that.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom.
I also hope the day of peace will come soon. Okay, I thought that was gonna be voice dialogue. Kachina. Is that Eric and Paimon? Hello, hello.
Oh, hey, Kachina! Are you feeling better now?
Is she supposed to be silent like that? Or is this quest bugged? Yup, now really isn't the time to stay at home and recover anyway. I wanted to do something to help. I heard that the Pyro Archon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the more remote areas, so I came here to sign up. Impressive, Kachina. Don't push yourself too hard. Don't think I haven't heard all the things that you've been doing. With everyone working so hard, I've got to do my part too. Oh, by the way, Xilonen told me she was ordered to forge you an ancient name. She said that she's all set and we can head over whenever we're ready.
Wow! So we'll finally get to meet Xilonen, the legendary forger of ancient names! Paimon still can't believe anyone could forge those things.
Xilonen is a true master. Not only can she forge ancient names, but also all sorts of fun and new things. She's always got a pile of commissions on her plate, so you usually have to wait a while before she finishes something. In this case, though, she's completely cleared her schedule just to work with you. She wants to give you your name her full attention. Then we should properly thank her when we meet. Well, I've already signed up as a warrior, so all I have to do for now is wait for my assignment. If it's okay, maybe we could go see Xilonen together? She wouldn't turn me away, right? I mean, I hope she wouldn't.
Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars.
Everyone's so proud of you. You're the future of your tribe. On second thought, maybe I'll just find a hole in the ground to jump into and hide for a while. Okay, I think this is definitely bugged. Oh my gosh. Alright, so as it turns out, there's no English voice dialogue for Kachina, Kinich, and Ahau due to the ongoing SAG-AFTRA strike. But I'm gonna go ahead and continue this, and I'm gonna go ahead and voice Kachina, Kinich, and Ahau. I'll do my best. Hopefully my voice doesn't get too tired. So what we need to do next is we need to go to the Children of the Echoes. Your adventures in Natlan continue. After a brief spell, news comes to you from the guild. At the same time what? Let's head over there and see what's going on. So here we go. Hopefully Xilonen is voiced at least. I didn't hear anything about her not being voiced. It will be weird seeing this in hindsight, honestly. I hope that they eventually do record the lines and get them in. I probably won't insert them later into this. I think that's just not going to be worth it, but here we go. Oh my gosh. That tail. Okay, they're giving her like a showcase right here. Xilonen, I brought the person who needs an ancient name. Oh, that was terrible. He's super amazing, and I've already learned tons of stuff from him. I can vouch that he's really worthy of a hero's name.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natlan not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're outlanders.
What's the difference between travelers and outlanders? Huh? You're saying the Pyro Archon didn't tell you?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged himself to the plan. But we'd need to forge an ancient name to ensure he'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Are you upset?
No, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an outlander is an impossible task.
Why?
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's sparing glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
I've got plenty of deeds under my belt. Yeah, I saw countless feats recorded in their adventure handbook. It felt like they could do anything.
But they were all performed outside of Natlan, correct?
Oh, I see. So I guess those don't count.
Yeah, that's right.
I like how Ether even did the shrug. Like, that was exactly how I felt.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed
interesting.
heroic deeds in Natlan, as an outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands.
That's interesting. So the record of deeds has to have been done in Natlan because it's recorded by the Night Kingdom. That's interesting.
Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone, yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time Xilonen ended up running dozens of laps around the hills nearby.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Oh, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
Maybe that's just how much she and the Archon trust each other. Yeah, let's see if we could find some special way to pull this off. If we really can't make it work, I'm sure we can still go back and talk to the Pyro Archon, right?
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record his heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe we could negotiate, with the Wyab?
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab.
Oh.
How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough.
So the Wyabs are kind of like spiritual record keepers or something for each tribe. That's interesting. Would we need to gain the acknowledgement of all 6 Wyab?
I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Citlali at the Masters of the Nightwind. The one we call Granny Itztli.
Okay. By the way, I just noticed this about her eyeshadow. It's actually not pure black or gray. It's kind of iridescent. It's really cool. There's a little bit of green, and a little bit of purple in it and pink. It's actually pretty interesting.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her spirit speaker stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm unsure she'd be able to help.
Is that a new animation for Paimon?
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed.
Sounds a lot. I can relate to that, honestly. Let's just put it that way.
I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
Okay.
I hate to break it to you, but...
She probably won't be very happy with us.
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
Yeah, at the cost of her spirit speaker stone being split into 2.
I like how she drew out that too. That was a good voice acting there. Huh?
Great going, Mawika. We're already off to a rocky start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Citlali would still want to show respect to the Archon. I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
All right, so we kind of need a letter of recommendation, sort of. Oh, let's ask Kenyich to deliver the letter. He understands the whole situation and is already a familiar face to her.
Paimon sure hopes a Hal won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
I hope so. Actually, he probably will, man, for comedic effect.
All right, Kanich is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Great, then I'll go contact him right now.
Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the Statue of the Seven later.
All right, cool.
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
Okay. All right. So go and meet up with Kanich at the agreed location. Where is the agreed location at? Okay, that's not too far away. I was gonna say, so far I actually kind of like Xilonen's characterization and just like her manner of speech and overall demeanor. I wonder how it is in other languages, but so far in English, I feel like we haven't seen a character like that. Or at least not a female character like that yet. Like, she's really nonchalant, kind of like almost sarcastic or something, you know? Like, she always sounds bored, you know what I mean? Like, she has that really kind of almost monotone voice, and it's kind of interesting, because I just feel like it's refreshing to see a character who's, like, completely different, you know? Kanich makes his way over after some time. Oh god, here we go. We meet again. Kachina told me everything. I'll deliver the message to the Masters of the Night Wind, and convince Citlali to give you a chance. I'll also take this chance to explain what happened to the Spirit Speaker's Stone and offer her an apology in person.
I'm sorry to put this on you, Kanich. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
It's alright. We're all working for the sake of the Pyro Archon's plan, after all. Everyone here understands how dire the situation has become.
Oh, wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Yup. Because we all saw a hero of the past rematerialize right before our eyes, and then Mualani said that a ton of knowledge and memories suddenly flooded her brain. The Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom, including the reason behind the appearance of the hero, as well as the current state of the Night Kingdom.
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Xilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps the best solace when facing such a bleak reality.
Yup. I have another piece of intel to share. We've pretty much identified the person who rescued the captain in the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. His name is Ororon. Oh, dun dun dun. And he also hails from the Masters of the Night Wind. However, he spent most of his life living out in the wilderness by himself, away from the rest of the citribe. That's why his disappearance went unnoticed. By the time Citlali finally realized that he was gone, no one had heard from him for quite a while.
Citlali knows him too?
That's right. Ororon was an orphan raised by the chief of the Masters of the Night Wind and many other kind-hearted people in his tribe. Still, he's had something of an odd reputation his whole life. Odd, huh?
Given how the Masters of the Night Wind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Ororon, but if they consider him the odd one, he's got to be pretty far out there.
Okay, I'm glad she said that out loud, because I was like, I didn't know if I was pronouncing Ororon right. That's right. So in that sense, Ororon and Citlali actually have quite a bit in common, which is why they get along pretty well.
Huh. Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how Citlali could be the first one to notice Ororon's disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room.
As of now, we still haven't been able to confirm whether Ororon joined the Fatui voluntarily, or if he was coerced. Citlali is probably eager to prove that Ororon hasn't betrayed his people. I plan to use this as leverage when I go talk to her.
Huh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Ororon and the captain's whereabouts?
Yes, if you're all on board with the idea, then it becomes a mutually beneficial collaboration, rather than just a one-sided request. Even though I don't think Citlali is the kind of person to turn down an order from the Pyro Archon, working together with us will help her focus and not get distracted by the whole Ororon situation. Good idea. This way we can get 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah. Plus, we kinda owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the Spirit Speaker's down.
This is a pretty well thought out plan, as expected of Mollypo Kanich. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Citlali can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
Sure, I'll head out right away. Take care out there, Kanich. I'll be heading back as well. There are still a few things I need to pack.
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Alright, it sounds like we're gonna fast forward 2 days. It's usually what that means. Alright, so wait until the morning, the day after the tomorrow. Alright, cool. Okay, wait, hold on. I was going the wrong way. There we go. All right, they're shaping up to be pretty interesting so far. I know a lot of people, or at least a lot of people I know, are curious to see what the deal is with Ororon. Because people have been analyzing his appearance and determined, some people have made the determination that he's a Fatui, that he might have a delusion. Personally, I don't know, and I'm not making any predictions myself. I'm curious to see what happens, though. I'm just curious to see what his true identity and intentions are in this whole plot here.
I can do it. Oh, it's time to meet up with Xilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going.
Perfect. I think this is the first time I've seen it rain in Natlan. I wonder if this is part of the quest or something. You know, if they intentionally scripted it to rain right now? Or maybe I just haven't been spending enough time exploring in Natlan, because I don't think I've seen it rain ever here yet. Alright, here we go. Alright. Where's Xilonen?
Gem. When you hold it... Hey, Xilonen, how's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have bad news. Citlali did not reply to our request, although I suppose I'm not too surprised.
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kachina a response? Guess she really does have quite the ego then.
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Nightwind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
Okay.
That's true. Let's go!
Let's go. All right, I don't think we haven't seen Citlali yet, right? Like not even in like a, like a side cutscene or something. Okay, let's see here. Let's just teleport there. Boom. All right, what's the deal with Citlali? Why is she not wanting to cooperate with us? What are her reasons? You arrive at the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. As expected, Citlali is not there. Huh, that sucks.
Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not gonna show up, huh?
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't a subject always answer the call of their Archon?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon.
Yeah, see, this is an observation. I don't know if you watched my earlier video, my first video, or my first two videos, but I made this observation in the first two acts. I was like, it seems like they have more of like a peerage or something, rather than kind of an authoritative, you know, like a king and subject relationship with Malvika. Like, it seems like they're more like her peers, you know, the way they talk to her and the way they regard her, you know? Like, she's first among equals, basically.
Yes, Malvika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
I can tell.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with. Unlike that old hag Granny Itztli, right? Does she think she can ignore
I bet that's
us
Granny
just because
Itztli.
she's famous?
Okay, wait. I think this is... Okay, I have a feeling... Oh, yeah, Citlali. I think we've seen her in the live stream, right? She's like the purple-haired one or something. The one I kept saying looked like Fush... Reminded me of Fush one, I think.
You all talk about her
Yeah,
like she's some kind
that's
of
her.
huge deal, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter! Seriously, if she didn't want to come, she could at least let us know.
It sounds like they're gonna do the anime thing. Like, they're saying she's old and she's a granny and stuff, but she looks like young, you know?
If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Oh, really?
Okay, I like
so,
that.
that's how you see me?
Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Okay, that was just straight up like an anime. Like, it dims out and then she's like angry behind her.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? Citlali.
Huh?
Wait, you're Citlali? You're Granny Itztli?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, Granny Itztli. But emphasis on Itztli, not Granny.
Oh my gosh. All right, what do you guys think? Is that a, Never mind, I don't even want to say the word. Let's just keep going.
You must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid.
Wow, they even called it out themselves that they're going with that trope.
Oh, wipe that look off your face.
You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See?
Wow.
I'm barely wearing any makeup.
That's one way to put it. By the way, we have met Yai Miko, and she's supposed to be like really ancient and old too, right?
Did I forget to mention? She's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young.
And you were complaining about the Pyro Archon leaving things out.
It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh,
No!
Paimon.
How old are you actually?
Why do you still have to ask her?
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Oh my gosh.
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you. It's just that your case seems really unique.
Isn't Paimon really old too? Or we don't know, huh?
Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, Paimon just got a little mad since we thought, well, you were gonna leave us out to dry.
It was my idea to invite you here, Citlali. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going.
Oh, I thought she was gonna giggle because it said hee hee at the end.
I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, understood.
Oh my gosh.
Besides, just showing up is the most important part. No?
Okay, do you guys know people like that in real life? Because I kind of feel like I do, honestly. Like those people who feel like they don't need to reply and then like suddenly they just pop out of nowhere, you know?
But, of course, it's
What?
also natural for people to get held up by one thing or
Oh.
another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology. Only to hear you all talking smack about me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, she didn't say the line again at the end. It says, oh my days. Yeah, I liked what they're doing with these like anime expressions, you know, and like these, I like what they're doing with the conversation cutscenes too. Like they're doing more like animation in them. I think they started that like in Fontaine, and it's really, it really adds to things.
Anyway, that's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation anyway.
They all just look embarrassed. Oh my gosh.
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
I guess we have telepathy with Paimon. Is she waiting for us to carry on the conversation? Everything she's saying sounds like a joke, but I'm not sure if I should laugh. Would it be rude to laugh or even more rude not to laugh? Yeah, that's what I was noticing too. Like, I didn't know what to make of this so far. Like, it's just really, like, awkward, you know?
When the Masters of the Night Wind say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a little forced.
Anyway, Xilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
Fade to black. Xilonen explains the Pyro Archon's request as well as the difficulties she's encountered.
See. So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an outlander. Well, that would be a first.
Okay, sorry, I keep getting thrown off by how the text dialogue doesn't match what they're saying. She said, that would be a first. Here it says, that certainly would be an unprecedented feat.
And you've also heard all about Ororon. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
We'll know once we find him.
Yeah, that's why we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Ororon back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you.
Oh. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm glad I'm glad I didn't skip here because it's doing these weird like static effects.
Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. O weary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage.
Excuse me? What was that? What was all that supposed to mean?
Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the traveler gonna be okay?
Shoo!
Was it a fly or something? Or a spirit?
That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body.
Huh.
No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Isn't that kinda like having part of a ghost come back with you?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
How? Thank you.
It was nothing. Xilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Ororon back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
Cool.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction.
Okay.
Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands.
Okay, so it looks like there are ways that we could change the rules. Like, they're not written in stone. It sounds like the Lord of the Night has, like, arbitration over the rules, basically.
The Lord of the
ancient
Night
names.
is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Okay.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. That's not important. It would take too much time to explain.
No, I wish that you would explain it, because like I feel a little bit. I kind of want like a full lore exposition. Like this is one of the few instances where like I actually wouldn't mind a little bit of an exposition dump now, because they've brought in all these different elements like Wyobs, Lord of the Night, Night Kingdom, ancient names. Like I kind of wish they would like just do a full explanation at some point, you know?
Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance.
Oh.
In other words, in a dream.
Do you think that's what Mavuika was doing at the end of Act 2? Do you remember how she like physically was walking? And I was saying like, oh, it seems like we're traveling through her memories or something. But do you think maybe she was communicating with the Lord of the Night?
But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance. I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything for me?
Sure.
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
True.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with Citlali to track down Ororon.
All right.
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your investigation. If you need any help, just come find me.
Okay.
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
Cool. What do you guys think of Xilonen's outfit? Like, I don't know what I think of those,
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back.
Oh, I thought she was gonna say few. I was gonna say, I don't know what I think about the shorts and like those studs. I forgot what those called. Like, you know, those square studs. Like the ones that are on like punk rock clothes, basically, a lot of the times. I don't know what I think of those two elements. Like, those look a little too, like, quote unquote modern to me, but I don't know. Let's just keep going.
Oh, I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Ororon's place to look for clues.
Oh, okay.
He has always lived alone. And I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons.
Oh.
My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
Interesting.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
Okay, I hate to keep interrupting, but see, this goes back to my point about why I don't like the weapon design of the signature weapons here in Natlan, and just overall like what we've seen. And just like, see, this point would have been driven home better if we saw that the weapons here were more like blunt weapons and whatnot. Then it would be a real contrast, right? But it looks like for example, Xilonen's weapon is like, it just looks straight up looks like a sword. Same with Kenich's weapon, you know. But I don't know. Let's just keep going. I don't want to go off on a tangent here.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him? That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan, he must have done something to attract their attention.
Okay, her tone is a little bit confusing. Like, I don't know if she's jealous or like angry, you know, because it sounded a little bit like she was kind of jealous of Ororon for being the, you know, attracting the attention of the Fatui or whatever.
In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here.
All right.
I'm truly sorry to put
No
you two
problem.
through all this trouble with me. But please help me get him back.
We'll do it.
You can count on us!
Yep,
All right, then let's start by heading to where Ororon was seen last.
got it. Yeah, I was like, is she angry because does she sound angry because Ororon did something wrong to attract the Fatui or something? Or was she jealous that, like, you know, they went after him and that supposedly makes it sound like he's more powerful than her or something like that? Like, I don't know. Her tone was just kind of confusing to me in that dialogue. But anyway, let's go ahead and track down Ororon, or the last known place of his whereabouts. Let's just go to this teleporter. Here we go.
Rain makes the soil all muddy and soft, so you've got to be even more careful than usual when you're mining.
Okay, let's go ahead and investigate the clues by Ororon's house. It seems like he might have been like kidnapped by the Fatui or something, you know? Like, sounds like they mentioned that broken jar too, so I wonder what was inside the jar. I feel like they wouldn't have specified that if it's not important, you know? But here we go.
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Ororon speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Ororon really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him. Or perhaps trying to extract information.
Okay.
However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Kanich say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
Could you tell us a little more about him?
Ororon? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden.
Okay, so he's like living off the grid.
He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place.
Have you noticed that she keeps repeating that he's a good kid? Like, she said that multiple times already. I wonder why they're driving home that point so much, you know? If that's all there is to him, then he really doesn't sound like a bad person.
Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him.
Like, usually when they're, like, being really obvious about something, they're either gonna, like, twist it, you know, like, create a twist and be like, dun dun dun, you know, it turns out he's actually, like, super evil. Or I don't know, like, why do they, like, I'm just wondering, like, why do they have to keep mentioning multiple times? You already told us, like, 2 times that he's a really good kid. It's like, okay, we get it, you know?
He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements.
Okay.
Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Got it.
Huh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things.
Ah, okay.
Here, give me your hand.
Maybe that's why her eyes are, like, a weird color. Oh. She's giving us phlogiston sight here. It's cool.
Huh? How about now?
What do you see?
I can see the trail now.
Whoa, Paimon can see it now too.
Sorry, I was just thinking. Never mind. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going.
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
I was just thinking it'd be funny if you like turned to her and then like she accidentally gave him like X-ray vision or something, you know?
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the traveler's senses are a bit stronger than Paimon's. When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Ororon. Good luck, you two.
All right.
Over here, this way! Citlali might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What was that?
Oh, Paimon was just complimenting you. Really?
Oh my gosh.
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me?
Oh my gosh.
But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. But given the looks on their faces just now...
Wow. She really is self-conscious about her age and trying to seem younger, you know? She wants to seem young and trendy.
Or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right?
Oh,
Tell me
Lord.
they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Okay, I'm kind of liking Citlali. I don't know, she's really awkward, but like this is kind of it's kind of funny and endearing, you know? Seeing her be like really insecure about wanting to seem like young and fashionable and trendy.
Huh?
Oh, what happened? Did he hear something? I think I just heard a voice. Wait, but it wasn't with my ears. Was it all in my mind?
Was that Citlali's voice?
Maybe because she gave us the sight, we could kind of like sense her thoughts too? I don't know. Seems Paimon heard the same voice, but she also looks like she understood what's going on. Let me think. It must be a side effect of the spell she cast. Yeah.
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends.
Did you guys notice that her dialogue thing doesn't say Citlali, it says question mark, question mark, question mark? But it sounds like her voice, right? So we can now hear her thoughts through telepathy? Wow, this is amazing. Something like this could only happen with Citlali. Or is that someone else's voice, really?
Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
You bet. Just leave it to us. Interesting. Investigate the campsite up ahead. Okay,
Hey,
where's the
looks like
campsite?
there's a new camp over there.
Ah, there it is.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
That little...
Oh, dang, I missed the voice line.
Yep. Judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up camp here.
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Ororon was indeed being threatened. We've got to find him. Fast. Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death.
Damn.
But what if my darling grandson is also there?
What?
I can't have him caught in the crossfire.
Wait, is she referring to Ororon as her grandson, or is she... Oh, I don't know, man. Okay, I'm confused now.
No. I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
Okay. I don't know, the way that they were portraying that too, like the way they did the composition, it was like she had a split personality or something, you know, because they did like two copies of her, like a mirror image of her. So I don't know. Either Ororon is her grandson, or maybe I have a feeling what was in the jar may have been like a spirit or something, and maybe that's her, you know, quote unquote grandson. I don't know, man. Let's just see what's going on here. It's kind of awkward so far, if I'm being 100% honest here about my opinions. But let's just keep going. Continue forward with the continue forward and investigate. Okay.
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
Kanich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me.
See, this is what I like about Citlali so far. It's like she's so conscious and self-aware, like aware of her like reputation and everything. It's kind of funny, you know.
There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Seems like Ororon found a chance to fight back.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Ororon wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
Citlali looks pretty worried. Indeed, judging by the distress signal from before, Ororon was being held by the Fatui, so given the difference in numbers, he probably wouldn't have been able to overpower them.
Given there are 2 signals leading from here, we should split up as well.
Okay, let's split up.
I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later.
Got it. Okay. Surprised she didn't say let's rendezvous or something. I feel like
Ororon, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. You little brat.
Wow.
And off she goes. Traveler, did you hear all of that as well?
Yep.
Once Citlali left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
So the telepathy doesn't go both ways?
So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads.
I don't think Citlali noticed anything.
She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect. If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
I wonder how that's gonna come into play. You know, because they keep pointing this out that like we could hear Citlali's thoughts. So I'm wondering when that's gonna come into play in the story. There's got to be a reason why they keep pointing it out. You know. All right, let's see what's going on here.
Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't know. I was just gonna say I was surprised they didn't say let's rendezvous later because usually they say that in fiction. Like they seem to really like that word for some reason. And also I was about to say like I feel like Citlali is the first character where we've seen like their inner thoughts like that, but it makes sense given what's going on in the story that, you know, she cast this spell that allows us to see that. But I don't know, I think it'd be kind of interesting to see more characters' inner thoughts like that, you know? There are traces of phlogiston here, but...
Did you find something?
I found some traces of phlogiston, but the trail completely ends here.
Huh. So we can't tell where Ororon might have gone from here. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either. But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
Maybe they went into some kind of portal or something? Paimon's right. This is all extremely strange. Also...
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth.
Is that Ororon? Huh. Huh? Whose voice was that? Whose voice was that just now? Whoa. It's like doing static. Oh. Did we go in a trance or something? Okay, I was like, that was like a long silence right there. Oh. Oh, are we in the Night Kingdom now? The Night Kingdom? How did I get here?
I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you.
Alright, is this Ororon or what? Huh?
I apologize that our
Oh,
first
yeah.
meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler.
Oh,
I'm
here we go.
Ororon, the one you've been searching for.
Wow, look at that appearance, man. Okay, hold on. I just want to take a look at him really quick. Like, look, it's like heterochromia. And I wonder why. I wonder if there'll be an explanation for that, you know? But he has kind of like a tattered look to him. I don't know. Let's see like his full body though. Let's see more of him. But what does this mean? Have you escaped the Fatui's custody?
Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
It's the captain?
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Here we go.
Be careful with this traveler. His soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to him.
It was I who tasked Ororon with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom.
So you are working together. What do you want?
I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person.
Ooh.
I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan.
Okay, what's his plan?
If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
This is kind of reminding me a little bit of the Fontaine Archon quest, only we weren't directly involved, you know, with Arlecchino. Like, she didn't ask us, like, oh, I want you to help me betray, you know, Farina, the Hydro Archon. Here we're being asked to get directly involved with the Fatui's plot and, like, side with them, you know what I mean? Whereas in Fontaine, we just kind of caught glimpses behind the scenes of their machinations, you know?
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
All right. So it seems like Citlali is his grandma. Okay. Yeah, we went into like a trance.
Hey, what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
I'm fine. Was my soul forcibly removed from my body just now? That would explain why I couldn't hear Paimon at all.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
Citlali! He froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere?
I'm fine, just a little lightheaded.
Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
If they were being truthful, then they must have reasonable motivations for what they did, but should I trust them? I could just share everything with Paimon and Citlali right now, but that'd mean giving up on the lead. I still haven't had much dealings with either the Fatui or the Masters of the Nightwind. I suppose I'll stay quiet for now and see if I could find out anything else. Is that really completely true? I feel like we've dealt with the Fatui like in every nation that we visited in Teyvat. Although I guess...
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. Citlali should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
Although I guess if you really think about it, I was gonna say we never get, like, directly involved. You know what I mean? We're always just kind of in the way and thwarting their plans, but we're never, like, directly, you know, meeting with them and, like, scheming with them or whatever. You could make that argument.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word.
What if I need a hug or something? Oh, I'm just kidding. Thanks, everyone. I'm feeling fine now.
In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now.
Okay. Even though the situation remains quite urgent, you take a longer break with Paimon and Citlali. Ororon's words still echo in your mind. Meanwhile, Citlali continues to keep her eyes on you and even performs an earlier checkup.
Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, Traveler?
All right, let's get ready.
Okay.
I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Ororon is probably being held inside.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I was holding you up.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all.
All right.
But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Okay. That's funny. I'm liking Citlali more and more, man. Like, I don't know. I almost want to pull for her when she comes out. All right, here we go. Let's head to the campsite that Citlali found. It looks like it's not too far away. It's within running distance. Yeah, so some people were speculating that Ororon is a Fatui Harbinger himself, but I don't, so far, based on what I'm seeing, I don't think that's quite the case. Let's see what's going on here. Go to the campsite. Right here.
Look over there.
Huh? Paimon thinks she sees
Fatui.
someone in the middle of the camp.
Oh, that's Ororon right there in the tent.
That's Ororon. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
I don't know if he looks captive necessarily, though. So that's Ororon. He does look the same as when I spoke to him in the Night Kingdom earlier.
All right, we'll take the lead.
Okay. I'm gonna do it like Metal Gear Solid or something? Oh.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Kosterlitsky is this guy's name.
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
Citlali's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Let's go kick their butts.
All right, are we gonna get a trial Citlali here?
On my count. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, crap. Here we go.
Still trying to resist?
Oh, we're not.
You've got no idea who you're up against.
Damn. This would have been the perfect opportunity to trial her, you know?
Scatter! Skyward!
Oh man, this team kind of sucks, honestly. The one that I'm using right now. Crap. This is my team for like traversal around Natlan, you know? Alright, looks like Farina's summons are enough to defeat them. There we go. Alright. Oh. Who's alive still? Oh, this guy. He just turned invisible.
This is order.
Meatball. Okay.
Yoo-hoo!
There we
Let
go.
the world come alive!
Oh, there's still more of them?
Seize
Damn.
the skies! Yeah!
Here we go.
Yeah!
I should have built Kachina before doing this.
I will have order.
Boom. Okay, let's just give her a chance here.
Right here.
Come on, Kachina. Come on, with the BT. There we go. Okay, at least you got some action in there.
Ororon!
Granny.
Oh, she's gonna spank him, huh?
Paimon knows she's called Granny Itztli, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
Yeah, if I saw something like that in real life, I'd think that that person has like some kind of weird fetish or something, you know, or some weird paraphilia.
And greetings to you too, Gramps.
Gramps?
What did you just call him?
What?
Gramps? Is that not right?
Oh my
You're
gosh.
Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you've got to be Gramps.
Wow, okay. He basically just shipped us with his grandma. Oh my gosh. So we must be Gramps. Okay, I can see this being comedic, but I just wanted to comment because one of my friends, one of my viewers actually commented on how Ororon basically has like jeans on, and I do have to admit, I don't know, like, so far all of the Natlan characters, except for maybe Citlali, kind of have this issue, right? Where they have like these like, I don't know. It's like they wanted to plug all these modern elements into the clothing design for the characters here. You know, like Kanich has like the jumpsuit, he has like the mechanic jumpsuit. Malvika has like the biker girl, like the leather biker girl zip up, racer queen jumpsuit. I don't know, Mualani, I guess, doesn't have too many modern elements, but she also, when you think about her accessories kind of are too, right? And then like I was saying about Xilonen shorts and like the studded belt, like, I don't know, man. It's not the best. I think that they should have just left out like that placket, you know, or like that, see how they put like that placket, like how jeans have, like on the crotch seam, you know, like maybe if they left that out and don't put the top stitching in there too, like it would have been a little more acceptable in my opinion. But I don't know, like I said, all of the Natlan characters kind of have this issue with their designs, but I also mentioned this in a comment. He also kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Square Enix type of character, you know, like it feels like the kind of character that they would design, especially the hair. But that's enough talk. Let's keep going.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
There seem to be like, sorry, I keep interrupting. They seem to be treating him like he's like a feral child almost or something, you know? Like, I know he's like living off the grid and he was like an orphan, like an abandoned orphan, but like, did he never, get like an education or something?
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh my gosh. I guess maybe he's like the opposite of Klee, I guess.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorn vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to.
Okay. The way he talks has definitely changed, but it doesn't feel like he's putting on an act. He asked me to do whatever I could to help keep things a secret, and even said it'd be for Citlali's sake. So you treat everyone like they're your uncles and aunties? So you treat everyone like they're your gramps and grannies?
Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Ororon? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
All right, what are the 3 warnings?
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Okay, that's kind of an odd group of 3 warnings right there, in my opinion.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. But getting kidnapped? That really takes the cake.
Like, those 3 warnings just feel like oddly specific, you know?
You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
Damn.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next time after this? Not a chance. They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes.
So why did you do it?
Because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey, I'm no ordinary Granny. Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Did you really believe everything they said at face value and not stop to think? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Nightwind and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
I'm sorry.
Forget it.
He's being portrayed or like treated as like just a big child, you know?
We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Ororon, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, once we return to the city, come to the speaker's chamber with me. I'll need you to explain everything.
I do have to admit that I like the color combination of his cloak and everything. You know, I don't know. It feels maybe I'm just a '90s kid because like that teal purple combination was like really popular back in the '90s. So maybe that's why I like it.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your vegetables?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about the selection.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. If you do come face to face with the Pyro Archon, the first thing you should do is...
Recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui!
I wonder, okay, I'm just curious, like, if I seem kind of confused or I'm being quiet here, I'm like, is Ororon actually, is he just playing dumb or is he actually kind of like slow, you know? Like, I'm not sure, honestly.
How exactly did the Masters raise this guy?
Oh, right.
Or is he just like socially awkward, you know, like Fremine? I don't know, man. Like, I feel like Hoyo, and maybe anime in general, like, they don't, like, a lot of times they like to portray a character like that, who seems like they're, like, dumb, but they're actually smart, and they actually, you know, are, like, some mastermind with this mastermind plan, like, they're actually playing chess, and they just like to play dumb, but I don't know, man, like, so far from what I'm seeing of Ororon, he might actually be, like, kind of slow, you know, or, like, kind of like, he actually was reminding me a little bit of Razor, just a little bit more articulate, you know, like a grown-up Razor. All right, what's the best way to get to the back of the stadium there? I think I just circle around here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm having a lot of thoughts so far, but I don't want to jump to any conclusions on this, but I kind of am having some thoughts. This act 3 is really kind of coloring my overall opinion of the Archon chapter, this chapter of the Archon quest so far, but we'll see how it goes first. Like I said, I don't want to jump to any conclusions. Let's kind of see how this plays out. So we need to go to the speaker's chamber and meet with Malvika. You return to the city and Citlali brings you to the speaker's chamber, where you recount everything that has happened to Ororon.
I see. So Ororon came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Citlali's safety.
Sorry. This guy, Koyopa, this NPC's character design looks like he should be in a Wild West movie or something. And I don't want to keep on reiterating this point, but like, I don't know, the costume design, like not costume, see, I'm even saying costume design, like subconsciously, like the clothing design, the outfit design for this area is just like all over the place, you know, but anyway, let's just keep going.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Now that you know Ororon was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Citlali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Ororon, please report back to the Speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too, Granny.
Whew. Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal. Once Ororon is settled, I'll go talk to Xilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
I'll be counting on you.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Bye for now.
Alright, bye, Citlali.
Come with me, Ororon. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Okay, I do like their dynamic so far,
Goodbye,
though.
Gramps.
This new grandson of mine is way too polite. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they have like an interesting dynamic. Although, like, I just wonder if Ororon is like playing it up, you know, like trying to like deceive people, and he's actually like super intelligent inside, and that's kind of like his way of like keeping people's guard down, or if he actually is kind of like awkward and, you know, doesn't know like social etiquette and stuff. Now look on his face. He's probably trying to remind me about my promise. He doesn't strike me as a liar. Had I not seen everything for myself, I never have guessed that he could have done so much work behind Citlali's back. What does he really want?
Oh, we're finally done. All right, it's time to find some grub.
Paimon, there's something I need to tell you.
Huh? What is it, Traveler?
You pull Paimon aside and tell her everything that you saw earlier when you collapsed.
What? The captain?
Keep your voice down.
Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming. So you really saw him in the Night Kingdom? And he didn't attack you? Oh, that Ororon, what is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening. All that stuff about protecting Citlali and being forced to help the Fatui, when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along.
I'm still not completely sure. We still need more information.
Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support
Of
your
course.
choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together.
We're ride or die partners with Paimon, man.
We still have another whole day before the meeting, so we'll just meet with them when the time comes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we can't keep anything for Paimon. Okay, wait until the 20th hour the next day. Got it. Let's wait. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this will play out. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna withhold my thoughts for now because I don't know. This one has really gotten my gears turning, but I don't want, like I said, I don't want to jump to any conclusions. But yeah, so far I'm really I am admittedly liking Citlali and Ororon's interactions. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Kanich and How. You know, like there's the straight man and then there's like the loud, you know, more expressive one. All right, here we go. So we need to go to the agreed location. How far is it? Okay, it's all the way out there. So we're gonna teleport and glide down there or something. Here we go. Oh man, are there any Yumkasaurs around that I could like ride over there? Never mind, we'll just ride this drilly thing. I forgot what she calls it. She has like a name for it, right? Okay, so here we are at the agreed upon location. Let's see what happens, how this plays out. Here we go. Oh. Okay.
Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap.
Huh? Oh, there's Ororon.
What was that?
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
Well, I don't think Paimon should have mentioned that like straight off the bat like that.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Well, I could.
So, what's the purpose of this meeting? Let's get straight to the point. Okay, he's trying to see if anyone followed us or something? Or is he expecting guests like
It's
other...
all clear.
Okay.
Over to you.
What?
Excellent.
Oh, crap.
The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character.
Oh, God. Of course they have to play, like, the evil music when he walks in. I'm only interested in the intel. I don't really care how the Fatui thinks of me.
Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side.
Child's been talking smack about us, man. No, just kidding.
If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid.
Why?
I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
Okay, this is actually getting kind of juicy. What's his proposal? And what's the truth about Malwika?
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Right.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
Dude, probably why don't you just shut up right now?
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back?
Okay, so there's like... God, I can't help but draw parallels between this quest, this story, and the Fontaine one, because it's almost the same situation, right? It's like Arlecchino... There's this pending doom disaster thing that's gonna happen, right? Or impending. I don't know what the right word is. Whatever. Impending or pending like disaster that's coming up, and it's like the Fatui don't trust the Archon or like the gods to do the right thing, basically, or to be able to prevent it, and they want to like step in and intervene and go through with their own plan to prevent it. But let's keep going here. Let's see what his plan is.
If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Tevat, will pay for her mistakes. Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along, the details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you?
Why?
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan. Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the Abyss.
Okay, so what's his plan?
We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
That's just your speculation.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough,
I'm just laughing at Paimon's choice of words. So childish. Like, don't tell us a bunch of scary stuff. Like no diplomacy, no decorum. It's just like, oh my gosh.
Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa's plan?
Wait, by seizing the Gnosis and making the decision for her, could he mean that the Gnosis has something to do with this backup plan?
I knew you to be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa.
Huh, okay, that's a little bit different than what we've seen with the previous Fatui Harbingers.
Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged.
I wonder what his motivation is. I mean, other than like, he basically said that this is the stakes here are basically like kind of the end of the world, the Abyss coming up. The Abyss breaking the floodgates, basically. I wonder if he has like a personal motivation, kind of like Arlecchino did, though.
And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Okay. Oh, someone coming up here?
Someone's here.
Who?
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Oh.
Something is rapidly approaching.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, no.
What is it?
Something! Oh. Bad news, chump! It's your granny!
Okay, I really wasn't expecting that. That was legitimately funny. Oh my god. I wish they actually showed her punching him, though. You know, I know they don't have, like, sophisticated, like, mocap or whatever in Genshin, but it would have been really funny.
Citlali? When did you get here?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to.
Can't hide anything from Grandma, right?
How dare you go behind our backs like this, Ororon? Colluding with the Fatui? Really? Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain yourself. What the heck are you up to?
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't
Oh my
teach you a lesson right here and now, I'll...
I don't know. This is just, I don't know. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going.
Wait, Citlali! Please calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore. So maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Yeah, this is no place to discipline a child.
Listen well, Ororon. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over.
Oh my god.
You hear me?
Ororon's gonna get a spanking when he gets home, man.
You're right, Traveler.
Oh boy.
Let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Ororon for me, okay?
Okay. Oh my gosh. Our conversation with the captain was interrupted at the most crucial moment, but if Ororon's still here, maybe we can learn the rest from him. Okay. Was the captain... I don't know. Here, I'll stop asking. Let's just keep going with this. I just stop asking these questions. Like, this whole thing is just kind of all over the place. I was just going to say, was the captain really there? Or was that kind of like, you know, some kind of projection, like some kind of astral projection that he did to talk with us? Or like, I don't know, is he just able to sense things? You know, he's like superhuman sense and he just like teleported away in the nick of time. I don't know. Let's just keep going.
In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on your shoulders, Ororon. Use it! Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time.
Okay, I thought we were gonna actually go somewhere before having this discussion. She just like walks down the road and just starts talking about this again in the middle of the street. Not the street, but the road, basically.
No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different question. What does the captain want? What is his purpose in Natlan? Really? You're just going to stonewall me?
Looks like Ororon has no intention of answering her.
Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? Only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe.
I wonder if Ororon is like, you know, genuinely fearful, like genuinely scared, and he just wants to do what he thinks is, you know, the better plan for Natlan or something.
You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this.
It's fine. Well, it's definitely a little awkward.
You're very kind. Most people would have fled by now. Not everyone can handle.
All right, I'm sure most of us have been in a situation like that where you're like hanging out with friends or something, or you go over like a friend's house and then suddenly they're having like a family argument and you just feel like really awkward, like you're just kind of sitting there and you're like trying to figure out a way to excuse yourself or something, you know?
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me? You...
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, Granny.
Granny.
Sorry, Granny. Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me? You say say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me! Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables!
Jeez.
I don't need anything from you!
Damn, okay, this is a little bit more, like, emotional than I thought it was gonna be.
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
Sorry, the way she said that, it sounded like, you know, like the way you would say, like, if you're talking about, like, someone he's cheating on her with or something, you know? Like, who's Aoife? Like that, you know? Oh my gosh.
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you. Ororon, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that incident.
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm starting to get lost.
That's not it, Granny.
Huh? There's something off about that voice.
I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
His voice. Ororon! Where have you gone?
Oh, is Ororon just, like, possessing this body?
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
What the heck?
Get back here this instant! Ororon! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
What the heck?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion.
Interesting.
He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Couldn't he have picked up something more useful? Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
Whoa, that's a little extreme. But still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natlan, then can't we work together?
He still doesn't want to tell us anything about his goals.
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial. Ororon probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. That brat. I swear.
The captain probably has some sort of substantial plan. Otherwise, Ororon would have no reason to keep following him. Meeting again is out of the cards for now, so it might be faster to just approach the Pyro Archon and confirm that what the captain said. And also, I can tell that Ororon's stubbornness has hurt Citlali deeply. I need to find a way to comfort her. Damn, Ether, okay. What was all that about Ororon's duty earlier?
We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all this.
We should probably, like, invite her into the teapot or something. I don't know, that's what I would do, honestly, if you wanted to comfort her. Alright. Where are we going? Return to the stadium. Okay. How far are we from the stadium? Okay, let's just walk there. I don't know. I'm liking, like I said, I so far I'm really liking the interactions between Citlali and Ororon. They're really comedic, but and also it's like pretty juicy. Like what, you know, the whole thing with Capitano. You know, like this alternate plan he has, and I'm curious about his motivations overall. But I don't know. Let's keep going first. I know I keep saying that. Let's keep going and let's see what's going on. So return to the stadium. So here we are. Okay.
Do you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
That sounds good to me.
All right, it's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is.
Then let's go. We can find somewhere to sit down and talk.
Nice.
Food and drinks are on me.
All right, it's okay. We can cover our own bill. Paimon's got a secret food fund, so she can do the honors.
How did this become Paimon's bill? Citlali looks quite down on herself. Alright. It's on Paimon this time. What's one meal to the best guide into that? So you can just sit back and enjoy, Citlali. Paimon will take care of it.
Cool.
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and drinks? I just wanted to treat you to a meal.
Are you sure? We can save you some Mora.
I don't think it's about the Mora.
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides, we're definitely due a meal after all the time we've spent together. Let me get this one. I might be an old hag, but I like to think I'm not completely useless.
Sure, that's fine with us. But Paimon doesn't want you to be sad, Citlali.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
Damn, that actually sounds delicious. All right, let's go eat at the inn. Let's go have a juicy grilled steak with Granny. All right, I forgot how to walk there, so let's just teleport here and then go down the end of the hall. I haven't actually explored the stadium as much as I normally would. You know, like when we first got to Fontaine, I like fully explored the city, but I don't know, ever since we got to Natlan, I've been taking it pretty slow as far as the exploration goes. So there's like lots of nooks and crannies and NPCs and stuff I haven't talked to yet in this area. Like I don't even know how to fully navigate the stadium, like, you know, by memory yet. All right, let's go to the inn, the Weary Inn. Let's see what's going on. The three of you walk into the tavern and find a quiet spot to sit. You and Paimon order some food and fruit juice while Citlali begins chugging down bottle after bottle of wine. Oh my gosh. We're gonna get a drunk granny, aren't we? Oh god, look at that face. And she's blushing too. Oh my god.
What are you looking at?
Oh lord.
Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other. Are they twins?
Is she drunk or is she like using her, you know, like her phlogiston sight or something? Oh god, she's just that drunk that she sees the security guy. She's seeing double, you know.
But Paimon only sees one person there.
Huh? How could that be? I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. Give me another bottle, boss.
Okay, the way they animated that was funny. Oh my gosh. I'd be surprised if she wasn't.
There you go, miss. Oh my, it's not every day you get to see Granny Itztli here with some friends. Not to mention ones who've made a huge name for themselves recently.
Oh, so you've heard of us?
Of course I have. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder you hit it off with Granny Citlali. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody, you know. I don't even remember the last time I saw her with a new friend.
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great granny. She's one of the most famous people at the Masters of the Nightwind. Most days, hardly anyone even dares talk to her.
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chonka?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, please, Granny. I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends. After all, any friends of our regulars are sure to be great customers too.
All right, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no need to keep staring at me. I promise I'll keep my alcohol down until I leave.
Okay, I hope we don't get like a puke scene, you know? Like that would, oh god, let's just keep going here.
Well then, you have my thanks.
After Chonka leaves, Citlali downs a few more glasses and begins to stare blankly into space from her chair. You must start wondering whether she's actually drunk or working through some complex problem in her head.
Citlali? Citlali?
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name. Let me guess. You want to test your skills against Granny Itztli, don't ya?
She's kind of reminding me of Farazan a little bit too, you know? Like, call me Madam Farazan. Oh, man.
Are you still with us, Citlali? You're kinda talking to no one.
You chumps come around here.
Oh, gosh.
Picking fights with me?
Oh, no.
You know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. It's always the same story. You brats start it, I finish it, and then I end up with the reputation of being some kind of terrible monster among the shamans.
She's like vacillating. She's like going back and forth between being an angry drunk and like a sad drunk.
I mean, come on. Monster? Me? Really? What did I do to deserve that?
Also, I like the bartender's expression behind us. I know it's just like default, you know, NPC face or whatever, but like it's just kind of funny for this scene. You know, he's just like, oh, I've seen this all before.
Granny Citlali, you're not a monster at all.
Exactly. And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know. Oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey, new kid.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
She's picking on us. Who, me? Guess I'm the new kid?
Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher. You tell him.
Absolutely. Thank you for all your teachings, ma'am.
That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny's a hard worker, all right. You can always rely on old Granny.
Oh my gosh. That's... Oh my goodness, God. They're really doing a good job with her, like her facial expressions. Oh my goodness.
Did she just fall asleep with her eyes open? Oh, jeez.
Behind this pitch-black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself. Behind the smoke. The lingering smoke.
I wonder if getting drunk is like part of her like going into a trance or something?
She's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her mind's actually racing at this point. It's quite the opposite of sleep.
Is this another specialty of the Masters of the Nightwind?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Citlali herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Warning, warning. Red, the color of danger, has now arisen within that pair of eyes. Huh?
What?
Traveler?
Oh,
Paimon?
God. So she just... So she's just suddenly sober now?
What's wrong?
Oh, God. See,
I'm gonna hurl.
God, that's what I was talking about. I was like, oh, God, I hope there's not a vomit scene. Oh, Lord.
Hang on, just keep it in.
Oh, my God, no. Please don't show it. Oh, my God.
Phew.
Oh, my God.
Okay, it's passed.
Okay,
that was a close one.
Okay, I guess that's just gas. Oh, my God.
You had Paimon worried. Paimon really thought you were about to barf all over the table just now.
I can't believe Paimon actually said the word barf, too. I don't know why. It's not like a bad word. It's just like, I don't know. I don't even know. Let's just keep going.
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That's never happened before, I swear. I've never thrown up. Not once.
Wow, I like how she's like trying to act like she's too ladylike to throw up, to vomit or something. We didn't ask about before. Oh my goodness. They're just nodding like,
Are you feeling okay? Wanna take a quick walk and get
oh
some
my
fresh
gosh.
There's so much that I want to say, but I can't.
Why not? Of course you can. Just say whatever's on your mind.
Please, Paimon. It's not as simple as you think. We've only known each other for a few days, right? What would you think of me if I were to start dumping all of my complaints on you after we've only just met?
I would think you're a human being, Citlali. Like, a lot of people do that, you know what I mean? Like, even if you're... Actually, you know what? Speaking of that, it's interesting. Like, isn't it interesting? Sometimes you feel more comfortable kind of talking to a stranger sometimes rather than, you know, like a close friend or family member. Because sometimes you feel like they're going to judge you, right? Especially like they know your entire history. Whereas like you tell a stranger or something, you feel like it will kind of like just go with them and that stranger will forget, right? Especially if they're never going to see you again. Although in this case, I guess like, you know, we're not, it's not likely that we're just going to disappear. But I don't know. It also happened to me recently. I'm not going to say their name, but if you watch my last stream, someone kind of did something similar to that. But anyway, let's just keep going.
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about to say.
No, that wasn't my point at all. Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame? I'm talking about shame. I've lived all these years and still can't get rid of it. Surely you know the feeling too?
I wonder what she's so... Yeah, I noticed that about her character. I wonder what she's so ashamed of, because it seemed like she's very, like, insecure or very, like, self-conscious about her, like, reputation with people, you know?
Actually, about that.
Should we just tell her?
Huh? Tell me what?
Yeah, this is as good a time as any.
All right, Citlali. Listen carefully and try not to get too upset. You described the events that took place during Ororon's rescue as objectively, fairly, and impartially as possible. Citlali shared some of her senses with you through a spell, allowing you to temporarily hear her thoughts. Crap.
So, you heard my...
Oh no, why did we have to do this?
It's okay, Citlali. You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore!
Oh crap.
Why do these things happen to me? Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? That's too much!
Okay, admittedly, that would really suck. Like, imagine if that happened to you in real life, because I'm sure everyone has, like, their own, like, you know, private thoughts that they don't want anyone to know that they're thinking, you know?
It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing!
Okay, how about you want to bet that actually happened to her, like Aoife or Ororon walked in on her, rolling on the floor in her pajamas? Although, why would you roll on the floor in your pajamas?
So that, happens to you a lot.
It happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes. I was just picking something generic.
Okay, I don't know about you guys. You guys tell me in the comments. Have you ever rolled around in your pajamas? I've never done that. Oh my gosh. Are you okay? You look dejected.
Take a walk with me. I have things to share with you.
Why did her face suddenly... Why is she suddenly doing that facial expression? This is random.
Looks like she's completely given up.
Oh my gosh.
Like those criminals who just confess everything and accept their fate.
We should follow her, just to make sure she doesn't do anything stupid. Okay, here we go. Drunk walking with Granny here. Oh lord. Okay, that was like probably one of the funniest scenes I've seen in Genshin Impact, honestly. All right, let's go. Where do we need to walk? When do we need to walk with her? Over there. Okay. Hopefully it's upstairs. Okay, let me follow the golden trail. What am I doing? Up the spiral staircase. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember the last time I genuinely laughed that much at a cutscene in Genshin. Like that was actually really funny. Or maybe that's just more my type of humor right there, you know? All right, let's see here. Go with Citlali to a different spot. All right, is this the right spot?
Well,
cool.
Great view, right?
Yeah.
I love coming here by myself.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Thank you for bringing us here.
You're making me want to cry.
Aw.
Oh no, what do we do? Please don't cry.
I was an expression, okay? A figure of speech. I'm just... embarrassed. Here you are thanking me. Even after you helped me all this time. Let's just have a casual conversation. It's easiest that way.
Really? You don't seem like the kind of person who keeps things casual.
Well, I guess I used to be more of a stickler for the rules. And you're right. I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe like this. I'm just an eccentric old hag to them. That story's been passed down so long, it might as well be true.
Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. Is like sometimes you could talk to a stranger because you know they're not gonna have like the past judgments. You know, they're not gonna listen to you with like the past judgments in mind or their preconceived notions about you in mind. You know.
But you're just a regular person.
The kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that. Granny Itztli is a powerful figure. Be careful around her. That's what they'd say.
Well, you are powerful. Are they afraid of you?
Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A few decades like that, and people stop knowing how to deal with you. What about you? Are you scared of me?
No.
We don't find you scary at all.
Paimon's right.
That's because you're not from my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by existing.
Okay, I guess that was the wrong answer.
I make people realize that no matter how hard they work, they'll never become a living legend like me. Oh, not to brag or anything. Maybe it's hard to believe. Just pretend I never said anything.
We believe you. Xilonen has full faith in your abilities, and Ororon didn't seem scared of you. He thinks of you as his granny, right?
Yes, but Ororon's a special case. Mawika already told you about her plan. And you've given so much help to Ororon and me. You deserve to learn the full truth. Ororon's not like other people. As I mentioned, he was abandoned as a child. The reason being, his soul is incomplete. The Masters of the Nightwind view this as a bad omen, capable of bringing about illness and misfortune.
So how can a soul be incomplete?
No one knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wilderness. It's a miracle he wasn't devoured by some wild beast. The Masters of the Nightwind believe they can see human souls. And in Ororon's incomplete soul, they saw a possibility for Natlan. A possibility to turn Ororon into a vessel for lost souls.
Interesting.
The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him. Ororon would then be sent to the Night Kingdom to return the souls to their rightful place, strengthening the ley lines and completing the ceremony.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Sending a living person to the Night Kingdom? Wouldn't that just kill him?
Now you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift, unable to find a way back to the ley lines. This loss of souls damages the Night Kingdom even further. The ceremony can send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course, the vessel, Ororon, would be sacrificed in the process. I wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. A suitable candidate for the ceremony appears, and now you have the chance to make things better. Of course you're going to take it. When the chief asked for my opinion, I didn't give my approval, but I didn't object either. So they went ahead with the ceremony. It failed.
Damn.
And Ororon escaped with his life.
Okay, maybe that's why he's so, like, weird and kind of screwed up, you know?
Pathetic, isn't it? By not objecting, I basically gave them the go-ahead. Maybe they didn't have my explicit approval, but it's not like I did the right thing. If the ceremony was successful, Ororon would probably be dead.
So it sounds like she has, like, deep-seated, guilt over this, you know?
Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing a newborn to death? By using a human life as a tool? It's not right. So, when I learned the ceremony had failed, I was ashamed by my inaction, and absolutely relieved by the result. The plan was never a secret. Or, I guess I should say, there was no point to keeping it a secret. A simple investigation from Ororon would reveal everything. Everyone thought he would be happy he survived. And he never really said anything to the contrary. But just as I was about to put all of it behind me, he asks this question. Would Natlan have been saved if the ceremony succeeded?
Damn.
Wait, but it's not his fault.
He knows that, but he still feels guilty. Ororon has a strong ability to perceive souls, more than any of us. He understands just how dire the situation with ley lines has become. Maybe he chose to work with the Fatui because he still thinks he owes a debt to Natlan. I can only imagine what they told him.
So that might be his motivation.
Traveler, didn't the captain say he found a way to solve the crisis? Maybe that's what brought Ororon into this. Anyway, we can't just let things go on like this. We have to convince him to come back.
Yeah, they're basically like, playing on his guilt. Yeah, that should be our next step.
You don't look so good, Citlali. Maybe you should head back and get some sleep.
Probably drank too much. It's okay. The fresh air is doing me good.
At least you didn't barf over the ledge, Oh my goodness. Oh god.
Okay. Forget that. I need to go home. I hit it a little too hard.
Oh my gosh. See, like right after I mentioned it, she's like about to throw up. Don't worry, you don't have to do any of this alone.
You've helped me so much already. How do I even begin to thank you?
You probably don't want me to answer that question. Let's not go there.
Hey, we're friends, aren't we? Besides, you already said you owe us a favor, so you don't need to worry about us.
Good point. Well, I'll go home and get some sleep. We can figure out our next move in the morning.
All right.
Friends. I like the sound of that.
Ororon's probably back with the captain, don't you think?
Yeah, we should tell the Pyro Archon what we learned.
You mean about the backup plan? Do you really believe what the captain told us?
She needs to know regardless. We should just be upfront with her.
Yeah, you're right. We should just go to her directly. But she's probably asleep. We can find her first thing in the morning. For now, let's... go to bed.
Oh my gosh, Paimon's yawn, man. Alright, so what's next? The flickering light splits in twain. Return to the inn to rest. Okay, let's head back to the inn. God, why isn't there a teleporter like right at the inn, That'd make things a lot easier. Alright, that was a good scene though. I like that. It was very comical. The scene with the drunk part was very comical. Then it ended in, revealing a lot of important information to us. Like why Citlali feels guilty and ashamed. Why Ororon might, feel guilty and be motivated to go along with the plan that the Fatui have to save Natlan, All right, let's see what happens next. It's funny seeing Paimon lie down.
Why is it so noisy outside?
Uh-oh.
Paimon's still half asleep. Well, guess we should see what's going on.
Yeah, is there like a party going on? It's like playing like this Latin music, Latin dance music. All right, what's the way there though? I need that golden trail. There we go. Yeah, show me exactly how to walk there. Okay, so it looks like we need to go outside the inn and have a look. Let's see what's going on here.
You're already here. I was just about to come get you.
Wow, you're up early. That's impressive, especially after all the drinking last night.
Let's not bring up last night. I'm embarrassed about the whole thing. Anyway, I was also woken up by the commotion. Looks like all the warriors from the stadium are on the move.
Why?
I heard many areas have been attacked by the Abyss.
Oh, crap.
Including the Masters of the Night Wind. I need to head back right away.
The Abyss attacked again? Are you sure you can handle it on your own? Do you need our help?
I'll be fine. We also have the support of the warriors stationed at the various outposts. Given the quick response, things shouldn't get too serious. The stadium could always use more manpower, so you should join the forces here.
What about Ororon?
I'm done making excuses for him. He's not a child anymore. He needs to take responsibility for his actions. I was the one who vouched for him, so I need to report back to the Speaker's chamber. I'll accept however they choose to handle the situation. But I should be able to convince them to let me go back to my tribe first to deal with the attack. As for the ancient name, once we handle this crisis, I'll talk to Xilonen right away. Don't worry. I never forget a promise
Be
to
careful.
a friend.
Be careful. I'll keep an eye out for Ororon as well.
Thank you. All right, I need to start heading back.
She left in a hurry. The situation must be really serious. Looks like a lot of people are heading to the stadium. Let's see what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, we haven't been to the Night Winds yet, huh? Like, they're like actual, their territory. So it should be interesting once we get to go there. All right. Oh.
Traveler, over here! Perfect. Our star outlander has appeared.
Oh, you're all here! But, what's with the whole Star Outlander thing?
Just my way of saying how awesome you are. We've got a real emergency on our hands, so this is the perfect time for you to show off your skills.
Uh-oh.
Alright, but can we get a quick rundown of the situation first?
The Abyss suddenly attacked the Collective of Plenty, the Masters of the Nightwind, the Children of Echoes, and a number of our camps and outposts in the wild.
All at once?
Yes, and the attacks are increasing in frequency.
The tribes have plenty of defenses, so they're safe for now, but I can't say the same for the adventurers and merchants stuck in the wild. Chasca and I have been searching for survivors and treating the wounded. We just got back, but we need to head out again soon.
I plan on heading back to the Collective of Plenty, just in case my tribe needs me.
What about you, Mualani? Where are you gonna go?
I'll go help the Children of Echoes. They're the closest, so I can start fighting right away. What about you guys? We could go together.
I need to talk to the Pyro Archon first. I learned a few things from the captain.
Yeah, that does sound important. No worries. Just leave the Children of Echoes to us. Who knows? Maybe yours truly will have the Abyss on the run by the time you're finished.
God, Mualani's so cocky, isn't she?
That would be pretty great, actually. I hope my tribe gets through okay.
It'll be fine. Your tribe doesn't do all that bodybuilding for nothing.
Ian's tribe are bodybuilders? Why doesn't she look like why isn't she like buffed up? That would actually be kind of cool to see like a small girl character, but like, muscular.
Let's part ways here for now. And most importantly, be careful, everyone.
Kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons dwarf or something.
Oh, and some of us need to avoid getting contaminated by dangerous-looking substances. That will make my job a lot easier.
Koichi, do we really have to do this now?
Big snark. Oh my god.
Alright, she's just looking out for everyone. Alright, let's hurry up and talk to the Pyro Archon so we can help the others.
Yep. Okay. Alright, where is Mavuika? There she is.
Oh, it's you two. As you can see, things are not looking good right now. People across Natlan are in danger. Look, I'm very interested in your recent adventures, but this is not a good time. So we'll have to keep our conversation short.
That's alright, we're also in a hurry. We're gonna go help the Children of Echoes after this.
We met the captain.
What?
You tell Mavuika about your brief meeting with the captain and Ororon.
So he thinks my plan is too risky. He thinks I'm being stubborn.
Well, is it true? Can the Gnosis do what he said?
I shouldn't underestimate the Fatui's ability to gather intelligence. The Gnosis does have that function, but there's more to the story. I will answer you honestly, but you must help me keep this a secret. I can use the power of the Gnosis to save Natlan, but it comes at a heavy price.
What's the price?
The Gnosis would drain all the souls and memories from the Night Kingdom and weave them into a giant net, which would surround the ley lines and protect them against abyssal corrosion.
Wait, you can use souls to weave a net? But does that mean...
Yes. It means sacrificing those souls in the process. Souls are just another form of life. The cruelty of this method is self-evident. The Night Kingdom not only houses the souls of the dead, but also our memories and legends. Using the Gnosis means converting all three into material for the net, erasing our history and culture. Even then, the net can still become corroded. If we cannot find a way to repair the damaged ley lines before that happens, then all those sacrifices are for nothing. Given the enormity of the price, it's a solution I refuse to consider right now. I want us to win, but I also care about how we win, and what that means for us in the end. Now it's true, both plans come at a risk, but after weighing our options, this is our best bet.
I'm surprised the Gnosis has this function. It doesn't sound like something an Archon would do.
Natlan is unique among the nations of Teyvat. Given the ever-looming threat of the Abyss, the Pyro Archons had to account for the worst-case scenario. Having a contingency plan is our duty, not just to the people of Natlan, but to all who live on this continent. Still, this has always been a well-kept secret. I'm very curious how the captain learned this information.
Oh, one more thing? The captain said he found another way to solve the problem. Could be equally as extreme, though.
Without the Gnosis, he should have no other option. But I see no reason for him to lie. Seems like our only path forward is to track him down, so he can answer that question for us.
The Pyro Archon just shared an important secret with us, and she seems sincere. Figuring out the captain's supposed new way of saving Natlan is the key.
Judging by your expression, you must have doubted me, even if just for a second.
Maybe a little.
Not even a little! We would never... Wait, what are you talking about, Traveler?
Just as expected. I appreciate your sincerity. Maybe it was out of caution, anxiety, or simple curiosity, but know this. No matter what, our goal remains the same. We both want to save the people of this land. So now that you have your answer, do you still doubt me?
Not at all.
You scared Paimon. You really got a lot of guts, Traveler.
That's a good thing. Oh, and feel free to call me Mawika. It's what all my friends call me, and I like it that way.
Mawika. Okay, they say the V kind of like W-ish, you know, like Mawika.
As for the captain, the
Mawika.
intelligence officers we assigned to the Fatui should be back soon. We'll get our answer then.
That's great! Sounds like we just have to wait a little longer.
Are the current attacks the beginning of the real disaster?
Not just yet. Even though the Abyss is attacking several locations at once, I'm confident the warriors stationed in those areas can handle it. Don't worry. I just need to finish coordinating our available manpower, then I'll take a small team to handle the difficult locations.
Wait, you're going to fight in person? Didn't you give up your power?
That's true. I'm far less powerful than a god in my current state. But don't forget, I was an experienced and powerful warrior before I ever became the Pyro Archon. No matter how you look at it, my duty is on the front lines.
I'm sure you're an inspiration to all your warriors. Sure you're not stretching yourself thin?
Oh, now you doubt my strength. That hurts, Traveler. If we had time to spar, you might think otherwise. Anyway, even if we respond to these threats in time, it's not a permanent solution in the long run. I've considered moving my people to other nations, but given their close connection to the Night Kingdom, a forced evacuation would have devastating consequences. I've told the chiefs of each tribe to strengthen their defenses and advise people against leaving their settlements. Now, I just need to find the right time to disclose the true nature of the crisis to the people of Natlan.
Paimon's a little worried about how people will react.
I think a lot of people will join the fight.
Yes, but that won't be the only response. In any case, that's for me to worry about. I'll let you know when we have more information on the captain.
All right, we should head out. Maybe we can join up with Moani. She can't be too far ahead.
Yeah, let's go. Stay safe, Mawika.
No need to worry about me.
Alright. Okay, so we need to go to the Children of the Echoes. This is getting interesting. Let's head over there. Looks like we're gearing up for a battle, too, against the Abyss, you know? Okay.
Quick, over here! To safety!
What's going on?
Kachina, how many people do you have left?
They've all made it out. It's Eric and Paimon. They're here.
What's the situation?
There's a trapped caravan that needs our help. We need to rescue them as soon as possible.
We'll go together.
Okay. I'm coming too. All right. Go assist the caravan. How far is the caravan? Okay, let's just teleport there. Here we go. Where is the caravan now? Okay, it's the other way. All right, let's go assist the caravan. Oh crap, I already see like damage popping up. Oh.
Stay safe. We've got this.
Trial Xilonen. Prioritize the abyssal pylon that summons monsters.
Woohoo! Catch an epic wave!
And we have Trial Mualani and Trial Kachina. So it looks like they want us to like
Spring forth!
have this specific team for some reason. Maybe because it's the story team? Or is it to see like Xilonen's meta? I don't know. Okay, so let's destroy these pylons.
Bring it!
There we go.
I really thought I was done for. I can't thank you enough.
Don't worry about it. We're just glad you're okay. Let's see. Your goods look fine too. Guess the Abyss isn't after Mora.
That should be the last abyssal pylon near the Children of Echoes.
Phew, that was scary, but we did it.
By the way, where's Citlali? I thought she would come with you.
The Masters of the Nightwind also got attacked, so she went back to help her tribe. She said we can deal with the ancient name later.
Yeah, that makes sense. The attacks are more urgent. All right, this isn't a good place to talk. Let's head back to the tribe.
All right. I think that was the most enthused I've heard Xilonen so far. When she was like, let's head back to the tribe. All right. Okay, can we teleport there? Okay. Let's just use Kachina's drill thingy and go there a little faster. Okay, return to the Children of the Echoes. So here we are.
Looks like a few people were hurt after all. Oh, I should have got here sooner.
It's not your fault.
The Abyss threw a lot at us at once. I rushed out as soon as I heard the alarm, and there were already so many monsters. Before long, Kachina brought over a whole group of warriors, and just like that, we destroyed several pylons as a team.
I wasn't in charge or anything, we just happened to be together. Still, I think this proves that camping in the wild was a great idea. That's how we were able to respond so fast. Sleeping on the wet grass was pretty uncomfortable, but it was worth it. I don't mean to be negative, but the situation is not looking good.
You mean the situation in the Night Kingdom, right? Yeah, I feel the same way. We've managed to keep it a secret all this time, but more and more people are realizing something's wrong. It's impossible not to feel anxious when things are getting worse by the second, and all we can do is wait.
And we still don't know when the final two heroes are going to appear.
That just means we need to buy the Pyro Archon more time. Keep pushing, everyone. Every battle is worth something.
You really are an eternal optimist, Mualani. You always find a way to cheer people up.
I was gonna say, Mualani's like, I know I keep saying it, but like, it's just so weird because she's voiced by the same voice actress as Morgana, and like, they also kind of have like a similar personality, you know? They're both kind of like cheerleaders.
Why, thank you. I guess it's one of my better qualities.
I learned a few things you should know. You share the captain's intel.
So, specifics aside, the Pyro Archon confirmed the Gnosis can resolve the crisis, but it comes at a huge price.
And somehow the captain finds out about it, goes to fight the Pyro Archon, and calls her out for having a solution but refusing to use it. Honestly, if he has the same information as us, I can't really blame him.
It's probably because our plan is so risky, we don't even know if the 6 heroes will reunite in time.
We talked to Moika before we left the stadium. According to her, the cost of the captain's plan is too high. And, well, it makes sense. If that was truly the better choice, she would have picked it.
Yeah, I trust the Pyro Archon. When I was upset about Kachina's disappearance, she was really sincere and patient with me. Plus, she burned down all those precious mementos for Kachina. She's already proven how much she values even a single person's life. When it comes to Natlan's survival, there's no way she would hold back.
I agree. Maybe the captain weighed the costs and came to his own conclusion, but I'm sure we have different priorities. Life is important, but so are history and memory.
I'm on Moika's side too.
As the Archon, she can't tell us everything, but it seemed like she wasn't holding anything back this time.
The next question is, if the captain found a new way to save Natlan, how come the Pyro Archon has never heard of it?
Yeah, and isn't he from Snezhnaya? Why would the Fatui want to save Natlan?
This is all super confusing.
We still don't have enough information. Once we figure out what the Fatui are doing, we'll have our answer.
Let's head back then. Moika said her intelligence officers should return soon.
Okay.
With how many Fatui there are, someone's bound to give something away.
Sounds good. I have a few theories of my own. With a bit more information, we just might get to the bottom of the whole thing.
Want to join our garrison, Moilani?
I was just about to ask. Count me in. If I was just a bit faster, we could have prevented a few people from getting hurt. People who could help us in the next battle. It's all a chain reaction.
Then you should go register right away. It shouldn't take long. Everyone's looking for people.
Register? Nah. I'll just follow you around. You know, go where you go, do what you do.
Okay, but then you have to follow my orders.
You got it. I just don't want to make the trip back. It's so far. All right. See you all later. Let's get together and celebrate once this is over.
All right.
Oh, you betcha!
All right. So we need to return to the speaker's chamber. Let's see what the intelligence officers found out. This is getting interesting. Let's go. Teleport. Okay, here we are at the speaker's chamber.
Moika! Oh, Chasca and Chuychu are here! Wait, are you okay, Chuychu?
I'm fine. No need to worry.
They ran into the Fatui while out on a mission and decided to follow them.
The Fatui?
The Fatui wounded Chuychu?
Calm down and let me explain. Here's what happened.
Okay. Alright. Are we gonna play as Chasca? Or to see a cutscene?
Watch out. It's the Fatui.
Were they attacked by the Abyss? No, wait. It looks like they're protecting a group of travelers. Over there. Do you see?
You're right. That's a traveling group from Natlan. Could they be trading for something? Let's keep observing for now.
We're glad you're okay. Given the appearance of abyss monsters all over Natlan, you should cancel your journey and seek shelter at the stadium or one of the tribes.
Okay, it's kind of jarring seeing one of these Fatui guys like speaking all like, you know, caring and concerned for people's safety, you know?
Thank you so much. I wish there was something we could give you.
We don't expect anything in return. We were out on a mission and saw you being attacked. It was our decision to help.
It's just weird seeing them as like good guys, you know?
If you truly wish to repay the favor, you can keep this a secret. If anyone asks, just say you were saved by warriors from Natlan.
Okay. Why does he want to hide the Fatui's involvement, or like the fact that they're actually protecting the people of Natlan?
Oh, okay. We can do that.
Maybe they're going against the Tsaritsa's orders or something?
But...
We're not asking you to cover up our activities. We haven't done anything illegal. Our captain simply wishes to remain undisturbed.
Or maybe they're trying to obfuscate the Fatui's presence in Natlan or something?
Nonetheless, the decision remains yours. If we wanted to keep you quiet, we would have employed a harsher method.
Damn.
Got it. We'll get going now.
Did you hear that? They mentioned a captain. Isn't that who the Pyro Archon is looking for?
Exactly. We could be onto something big. Still, there was no trade. They were just helping people in need. I didn't sense an ulterior motive. I didn't believe the captain when he said he wanted to save Natlan. But based on what we just saw, it's possible he was telling the truth.
The question is why?
Maybe we've been wrong about the Fatui this whole time.
It's too early to say. Let's follow them and see what's really going on.
Okay. So what happened next?
This is where they were headed. Looks tricky. It's heavily guarded on all sides.
Koichi, wait for me here. I'll go in and check it out.
Oh, no you don't. How are you planning to get through all the guards?
Look, I can use this terrain to my advantage. With our tribe's special way of getting around, I doubt they'll see me coming.
Okay, what's their special way of getting around?
We still can't see anything on the inside. What if you can't find cover? You won't have anyone to watch your back if you go in alone.
The more heavily guarded the location, the more valuable the secrets. Even if the captain isn't here, we can still figure out what the Fatui are planning. That intel is worth the risk.
Fine. You're not gonna listen to me anyway, so let me come with you.
That's even more risky. You've been running around saving people for days. You're already at your limit. I'm confident I can protect myself. I'm not sure you can say the same. At least right now.
I can.
You really believe that?
Fine, don't believe me. But you can't honestly tell me infiltrating a heavily guarded Fatui hideout all on your own sounds more reasonable. You know, growing up, even if I insisted on doing something, it never gave you any trouble. I'm not sure you can say the same.
All right. If we start arguing, this will never end. We can't let this opportunity go to waste.
Guess that means I win. Don't worry, you're not the only capable young person from our tribe. I can handle this.
All right, same plan as usual. We split up, communicate with hand signals, make sure our blind spots are covered, and support each other once we strike. Got your ropes?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Let's see the sisters in action. Okay. It's kind of funny watching her sneak like that.
The Fatui have eyes all over this place. I should wait for Koichi's signal.
Okay. There you go. Thumbs up. Go. Oh shoot, there was a timer. Okay, I actually have to like pay attention here. I guess it's like a QTE section. Like a Telltale game or something. God, they're playing the wind trace music.
Not sure how many chances I'm gonna get.
Oh my god.
Act.
Okay, jump down. Okay, why is it putting a timer if there's only one choice? Okay, we snuck past these two bozos.
Good. I made it without getting caught. I should get to that platform over there. But it's guarded by the Fatui. Koichi should have line of sight. I'll wait for her signal.
Okay. Give me the signal, Koichi. Oh my gosh, wow. Oh man. Your telescope is all high-tech like that.
That's it. Now's my chance.
Quickly approach the area underneath the platform. Okay, I'm glad they didn't time me on that one because I had to read that line. Alright, we're in first person, it looks like. Okay.
It's no use staying in one place. I should keep moving. Looks like Chasca is helping me by keeping an eye on the Fatui movements. I'll wait for her signal.
Okay, I don't know why this is kind of funny to me for some reason. I think it has to do with the music.
Time to move.
Go. Okay, why was there no timer that time? I wonder what happens if you fail the timer. I should have just let it go and see what happens.
That was close. Almost got caught. Probably can't make it over in one go. I'll wait for my next chance.
Okay.
Now's my chance.
Okay, go. She runs kind of... She doesn't look like she's running when her animation was kind of weird. Like, looked like she was brisk walking, you know?
I made it!
Oh my
That'll
gosh.
show my sister.
Why are they making this like a sibling competition instead of just like, you know, a serious operation?
Let's see.
Oh my
The
goodness.
Fatui's occupying all the best locations. If we could just get past them somehow. Wait, I've got it.
Yup, just hide in a cardboard box. Oh, never mind. Yellow orb. Toss out the mysterious sphere. It's like a gas bomb. Oh, must stink. The KB bar. What the heck? The KB bar is just like fainted from it.
What's that noise? Did something explode? Oh, it stinks!
Stink bomb.
What the heck is that? What do you think you're doing? I could ask you the same thing.
Hey, why are they coming closer to it if it stinks so bad?
Good, they're arguing. Looks like they just needed an excuse. They've probably had enough of this job already.
Like whoever smelt it dealt it.
The people on the hill over there left to help their comrades. This is our chance.
Okay. Signal. Go.
Come get me, Chasca. I hope she gets this hand signal.
That's Koichi's signal. Smart idea. All right, time to move.
By the way, their outfits are just like terrible camouflage for stealth when you think about it. They have like so many bright colors on. Oh man. Oh, is she gonna get caught?
Give me your hand, quick.
Coming!
Oh, I thought she was gonna get caught like last minute or something.
I checked, and this way is completely clear. It should lead us to the deepest part of this place.
Okay. I don't know what I think of that. I mean, it's kind of nice that they try to keep us engaged.
I was pretty helpful, right? You know, everyone usually jumps at the chance to work with me. Not my own sister, though. No, she avoids me like her life depends on it.
But yeah, I don't know if all that was like really necessary, honestly.
I was wrong, Koichi. You've done well.
Wait, you're just gonna admit it? Now I look like the mean one.
Let's focus on the task at hand. We're in the heart of enemy territory. The more time we waste, the more dangerous this becomes.
All right. If you're not gonna take the bait, then I'll drop it. Looks like the Fatui are here to dig something up. I'm surprised they mobilized this many people. I doubt it's because they're interested in our culture and history.
What is that box?
It seems like they're looking for a dragon relic called the Source Mechanism. The device is ancient. Barely any information survives to this day. And even people from Natlan don't know how to use it. Why would this be the Fatui's target?
Not bad. Looks like it's in good shape. This should be what our Lord's looking for. Took us long enough. Come on, let's get this thing back.
Back? Back where? Should we keep following?
You really want to keep going?
Of course. We make a good team, don't you think? No reason to stop now.
What was that sound?
Why were they even bantering like that?
Uh-oh.
Oh my
We've
god.
been spotted. Time to go.
Jesus.
Falling rock incoming! Watch out for your gadgets!
What the heck? Is that her way of doing a distraction or something?
What? You'll regret that! After them!
Okay, that was just weird. Okay, let's see what's next.
Once we got them off our tail, we went back to observe some more. They'd collected several identical pieces of something. It looked like they were waiting, though. So we decided to come back.
So, Koichi got injured trying to get them off your tail?
She pushed herself too hard and collapsed on the way back to the stadium.
Well, I didn't cause you any trouble while we were fighting, right? So my perfect record remains.
You've done very well. I could make a comment on knowing your limits, but it's not my place.
I know. I'm already reflecting on my actions.
So, our current intel suggests the Fatui is after the source mechanism. The device is a complete mystery, even to us. What does the captain want with it?
I have no idea. But it's safe to assume the device could serve a similar purpose to the Gnosis. Xilonen, I need you to gather every scholar in Natlan familiar with the secret source.
Sorry, this is almost sounds like secret sauce, you know?
Yeah, I'll get right on it.
All right.
Thank you both for your hard work. Koichi, it's time for you to get some rest. Oh, and there are gifts from your patients waiting at the speaker's chamber.
Sorry, my eyes are getting very distracted by Koichi's outfit. Let's just put it that way.
I prepared a small gift of my own as a token of gratitude. I'll send it to your home along with the others.
My patients. That's so nice of them. Guess that means I'm doing something right.
You don't need to give us anything, Archon. We were just doing our duty for Natlan. I should take Koichi home now.
Well, if Koichi doesn't want her favorite Saurus crackers, then...
Sorry to keep interrupting, but what's the point of her having like one pant leg and one that's like shorts, like Daisy Dukes almost, you know? Like, what is the purpose of her outfit being like that?
I accept. Thank you, Archon.
What am I gonna do with you?
There's some for the rest of you as well. They're one of my favorites too, so don't be shy. I'll start investigating the source mechanism right away. If I learn anything, you'll be the first to know.
Yummy snacks!
All right, what's next? Oh. Okay, we need a bid farewell to Chasca and Chuychu. Where are they? They're over on that side. Oh, Lord. Why isn't there a teleporter, like, right next to it, dude? Ay. Okay, here we go. Just follow the golden trail. Alright. Come on. Here we go. Alright, let's bid farewell to Chasca and Chuychu.
What's next for you two?
I'm taking Koichi home. With our parents there to keep an eye on her. I can make sure she actually rests.
Hey, it's not like I'm some kind of prisoner. I'll be fine in a day or two. There's no need to go all the way home.
That's what you always say. Everything's no big deal until you collapse. What if the Abyss attacks again? You're saying if I let you rest in a hotel, you're not gonna rush out the minute you hear the alarm?
I won't. Triple promise I won't. Fine. On the off chance something like that were to happen, I might. But I'm a doctor. I have a duty to help people in need, no matter how hard or tiring the work gets.
Even a doctor needs a break. We need you, so you need to look after yourself, too.
I guess you're right. But I don't have to like it.
This reminds Paimon of when we first met. Except you were the one trying to stop Chasca from doing something dangerous.
I'd do the same for anyone trying to put their life in danger. As a doctor, I don't want people to get hurt because of a rash decision.
Then try to see things from my perspective. You clearly want to protect your patients. So can't you understand why your own sister would feel the same way about you?
The two of you are the same, you know?
I disagree. I understand the risks and costs of my decisions.
Ooh.
Who wants to be like her? Overconfident, always making excuses when things go wrong.
That's just not true.
You think I don't have proof?
Okay, don't get into another fight. Just pretend Paimon never said anything.
Don't worry, Paimon. You didn't do anything wrong. Arguing is just how we communicate. Neither of us really takes it to heart.
Plus, I guess we are similar in some ways. Maybe I rush into things without thinking, but I learned that from her. We're family. I can't help it if my older sister is a bad influence.
Okay, you don't have to put it that way.
So, you're all good now?
This is probably normal for them.
Neither of us are really the type to back down, so we'll always have our differences. But still, we get along in our own way.
Plus, I know you'll wake up one day and realize
Oh my gosh,
I
come
was
on,
right
dude.
all along.
Like, just leave already. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
just need to wait.
getting a little impatient with this conversation and this dialogue, honestly. Like, now they're just, like, bantering back and forth with a lot of empty dialogue here.
Be my guest. Come on.
Come on, man.
Let's get you home.
Yeah. Just
See you
go
later,
rest.
Traveler and Paimon. I'll be back once everything's settled at home.
There's no rush. At least grab a nice meal with your family.
See you later.
Bye, you two. Take care of yourselves out there.
All right. Okay, now what?
Those two will probably make up for real at some point, right? Well, we've learned a lot. Let's go over everything that we know so far.
You and Paimon try to analyze the captain's goal. You feel like you're just one step away from the answer. Huh? Footsteps? Oh, Citlali?
Ahem. Sorry for popping up out of nowhere. Again.
She's stalking us.
Why do you look so awkward? Oh, is there something you need from us?
Okay, I won't beat around the bush. Oh, and I'm sorry for interrupting your rest. I'll treat you to some charcoal grilled steak to make up for it.
Awesome! Just give us your orders!
Wow.
Hey, friends don't order each other around. I'm just here to share some news. Remember what we talked about before parting ways?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. You mentioned how Ororon has always wanted to save Natlan, and something about his soul being fragmented. Paimon and the Traveler discussed it after you left, and we think Ororon is probably back with the captain. What do you think?
I agree with your hypothesis. And just now, I confirmed it myself. Ororon came back. He helped the Masters of the Nightwind defend our camp.
What? He came back?
Did he say anything?
I told him to give up whatever he's doing, but he refused. He said they're just one step away from success, so there's no way he can back out now. Apparently, he came back to fulfill his duty to our tribe. When he left, he said it was because he still has a duty to Natlan as a whole.
I'm unsurprised you let him go at all.
I had to prioritize my tribe. Besides, the situation was intense. I couldn't focus on outside and inside threats at the same time. Plus, he was on guard. He knew I would try to go after him, so he made sure to keep his distance. I kept an eye out for a good opportunity, but it never came. All these years of calling me Granny, and I couldn't do a single thing for him in the end.
Don't say that! Your tribe all raised him together, right? That couldn't have been easy.
You're right. Seeing him come back reminded me of when he was little. Running around the tribe, dropping by random houses right and left. He's not only a child of the Masters of the Nightwind, but a child of Natlan. It's only natural for a child to want to do something for their family. Besides, Ororon is my apprentice. He might have a few tricks up his sleeve, but I guarantee I know every single one.
Wait, what are you saying?
Look, remember how I said Ororon's soul is fragmented? This is the talisman I created to keep it stable, and this gem is what makes the talisman work. It just so happens that Ororon is due for a gem replacement. Since I can't get close to him, I put the new gem in a supply bag and asked Aoife to bring it to him.
Is Aoife a Saurian or something?
You guys know Aoife, right? No? Well, he's a pretty famous vet around these parts. He's always bringing me all sorts of things, and he happens to be very good friends with Ororon. Aoife doesn't know what's going on, so he agreed, no questions asked. Ororon would find the gem as soon as he opened the bag. He knows how important it is, so I knew he would make the switch. He probably suspected that I tampered with it. But here's the catch.
Oh.
The trick is on the bag. The moment he touched it, a portion of his memories were copied onto the old gem, which he no longer needed.
That's amazing. You can do something like that?
Most people can't, but I can. That trick he used to bring you to the Night Kingdom isn't anything special, by the way. My technique is much more subtle. He won't notice anything.
So in other words, we have a whole backup of Ororon's memories in this gem.
The kid thinks he can take me on? Like I wasn't the one who taught him everything he knows?
That's amazing, Citlali. Let's take a look right away.
Once we get to the bottom of this, we can finally track him down.
All right.
I know he thinks of me as his grandma, but do you think he'll get mad at me for this? You can be honest.
Huh, that's a tough question. Paimon doesn't have a grandma, so she's not the best person to ask.
It's possible. Families disagree sometimes, but as his family, you have to do this.
To be honest, I've always doubted my ability to look after him. I didn't stop the ceremony all those years ago, and now I'm useless again.
Come on, dude.
But if I stop here, it will haunt me until I'm 500 years old. Every night I'll wake up in a fit of anger.
And then start crying, and then start freaking out.
I don't scare that easy.
And then get drunk.
Still, if
Just
I back
kidding.
away from this and something happens to Ororon, I would never forgive myself. I need to look at his memory. Even if he resents me, refuses to see me, or runs away for good.
All right, enough stalling. Let's just look at his memory.
I don't care.
Oh my gosh.
And I won't blame him. A family does whatever it takes to protect their own.
You sure you'll be okay? We can come with you if you want.
Did you just say you'll come with me?
Is that okay? We have a pretty good reason to see it too, don't we? Because, right, we need leads on the Fatui.
Paimon's right. We should be there.
You really mean it? Fine, you can come. Just promise me you'll see this through. No backing out. Got it?
Got it.
Don't worry, we're professional adventurers.
Then I place my trust in your professionalism. All right, time to sneak into someone else's memory and engage in some, unwanted spying.
All right, let's do it.
You heard it here first. I wouldn't be doing this if I had any other choice.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, I've been ready. All right, here we go. Hopefully there's no inappropriate memories in here. Oh, he's picking his veggies.
Look how good you're doing. You'll grow into nice big radishes in the future.
He talks to his plants.
And you? Aoife says you're taking up too much space, but I think you're a good tree. What do you think?
Hey! How's it going, Ororon?
Good. How are you, Uncle Okanbi?
Can't complain. What you up to? Naming your vegetables again?
No, just some idle conversation.
Sounds fascinating. What did they say?
They told me you were coming and that you would take some produce with you.
Ha! Only if you're offering. By the way, I ran into Aoife yesterday. He told me Chasca's fostering a saurian at his place. Said the thing trampled over a part of your radish garden. I hope you two didn't get into a huge fight.
No, don't worry. I'll find a way for him to make it up to me. I've already wrapped your share of the produce. Here you go.
You really knew I was coming. That's pretty amazing.
Light up the smoke and you can see the path through the shadows. That's what everyone says.
Hey, have you seen that strange group of people that just appeared out of nowhere?
Appeared out of nowhere? I don't think so.
It's the Fatui. Their leader seems like a big deal. He didn't bring many men with him, but they're all elite warriors. It seems like they're looking for someone, but I wouldn't go around asking too many questions. If you run into them, be careful.
You're from the Masters of the Night Wind, are you not? Why do you live here alone?
I enjoy living by myself out in the wild. I guess you're from the Fatui, the one everyone's calling a big deal.
Not an inaccurate description. I'm looking for someone who may be known to you. Citlali is her name.
Granny? What does an outlander want with her? I've heard the name. You have business with her?
There's no point to further questioning if you insist on hiding things from me. I shall seek answers elsewhere.
Oh, he could tell I was lying and now he's leaving? He gave up just like that? Hey! At least tell me why you're looking for Citlali.
It's none of your concern. I have my own means of tracking her down.
Is that his own theme, or is that like a general I don't think we've heard that theme played before with other Fatui members. I think that's like his own musical theme.
Why are the Fatui looking for her? What does she have to do with them? I can't just let them go like this. I have to figure out what they're planning.
Okay. I like how they changed the loading symbol to like the gem. It's a nice little touch.
They've just been studying the ley lines and asking for leads on Granny. I can definitely rule out some sort of invasion.
The situation has seen no true improvement. The Pyro Archon did not fulfill her promise.
My lord!
Ignore him. He is no threat.
He knows I'm following him, but he doesn't seem to care. He's strong, I can tell. But there's something unusual about him and also familiar in some way. I can't describe it.
Familiar? Okay, is Capitano from Natlan or something?
What is it?
My lord, I feel dizzy.
A ley line disturbance. Certain presences have been forced to wander outside their rightful realm.
What the heck? What did he do?
That was a spell from the Masters of the Nightwind.
Okay.
How did he know that? Is he sending those escaped souls back into the ley lines?
Maybe he was like a member of the tribe or something.
How did he do that so easily? Soulfaring is supposed to be extremely difficult. This could be related to why he's searching for Granny.
I feel much better. Thank you, my lord.
Think nothing of it. Stay vigilant, and continue to gather information. The Abyss could attack at any moment. If you notice any irregularities, assume drill formation and be prepared to fight. However, there is no reason to over-engage. Information is our first priority.
Yes, sir.
Why are the Fatui fighting against the Abyss? Do they really mean us no harm? I've been following him this whole time and still they ignore me? Do they really not care? It seems like his subordinates refer to him as the captain. Never heard of him before. And now he's headed to the stadium. That's unusual. Oh, what is he gonna do?
You two, with me. Everyone else, wait here as instructed. Send word to the other teams to retreat immediately if this fails.
Yes, sir.
He's going inside? But the Pyro Archon is in there. What does he want with her?
Forgive me, my lord. Allow me to check one more time. Do you truly wish to do this?
The time for idle observation is over. It now falls on me to act. This nation is out of time.
Yes, sir.
He just walked straight into the stadium. What is he gonna do?
Okay, it looks like this is the part where he was gonna fight her in Act 2. Yep.
They're both incredibly strong. How long will they have to fight until someone comes out on top? Wait, this feeling. Just like the other day near the ley lines, it's faint, like a soul's trying to escape. Where is it coming from? Is that why he's looking for Granny? If he dies here, then all clues will be lost. I can't let that happen.
Okay. Oh, so he might have been the mysterious, the mysterious figure that he was talking to at the end of that act.
As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
No need to force yourself. I've never seen anyone match the Pyro Archon in battle before.
I didn't expect you to intervene at such a critical moment.
Ah, okay, so he actually intervened.
You know I've been following you. Why didn't you stop me?
I need to rewatch that cutscene.
When walking in the forest, it is only natural to encounter wild beasts. However, not every beast has the courage to come out and bite.
And yet, one of those very beasts saved your life.
Then speak. What do you want?
I didn't save you because I wanted something.
Why did he save him?
My soul is more perceptive than others. I can sense that the ley lines are extremely weak. I don't know what the Pyro Archon is planning. Can she really save us? The questions you asked her just now, well, I've had very similar doubts. So I felt like I had to help you.
So, you can tell the truth. That was quite a reckless decision to make. I'm not sure you realize that.
There's no turning back for me now. What I did back there is going to get me in a lot of trouble. You attacked the Pyro Archon in broad daylight, and I used my spell to save you. A single glance was likely all it took for her to recognize my tribe.
Okay.
So, we're in the same boat.
Seem to care little for my thoughts on the matter.
It's too late for that. Start from the beginning. Why are you looking for Citlali? Do you know her?
Explain your relation to her first. I know you two are acquainted. It was obvious the moment I mentioned her name.
Citlali is my elder and my teacher. She taught me everything I know. It's my duty to protect her.
If you truly wish to protect her, you should have let me perish at the Pyro Archon's hand. Yet, you chose otherwise. Do I really need to tell you what that means?
I want to do something to change Natlan for the better. Something I can accomplish with my own two hands. You're stranger than anyone I've ever met. But maybe, just maybe, you can show me the way.
Strange?
It's like this is where Ororon goes to the dark side, you know?
Citlali is said to be the legendary Granny Itztli, someone capable of communicating with the Wyub, and the Wyub are the key to information on the Night Kingdom.
Why do you need knowledge on the Night Kingdom?
That is not something you need to know.
Don't forget, I saved your life.
Do you not believe the Fatui capable of betraying a debt?
People can lie, but souls cannot. I can tell there's a weight to your soul, a sense of justice.
You may not live among your tribe, but you certainly know their tricks. I apologize for my rash judgment. You are more capable than I imagined. Let's go. We'll see if you have what it takes to join my plan.
All right. It's getting interesting.
I see. Interesting approach.
Worth trying, I think.
Rather than weaving a net to protect the ley lines, this method would address the root problem by reconstructing the ley lines themselves.
Wow, okay. How? Reconstructing the ley lines. Interesting.
Woo!
Traveler, Paimon. Are you two all right?
Paimon's fine, just, a little dizzy.
I'm fine. Are you okay, Citlali?
Of course. I'm just... I'm so mad at him.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that suddenly.
After everything, he still can't let go of the past.
I can kind of understand how he feels.
For some reason, he thinks he owes something to the people who cared for him. Stubborn, self-righteous fool. Where's that gonna get him?
I mean, when you really think about it, his motivation kind of makes sense. You know, you're like this adopted orphan child, right? Who's like has an incomplete soul, and it makes sense that his motivation would be like to take it upon himself to rescue this entire nation, right? Because it feels like he would redeem himself or redeem his, you know, his flaws by doing something like that, you know, or like justify his belonging to the people, kind of.
Now that he's all grown up, he thinks no one can tell him what to do. He thinks he can just run away whenever he wants. I'll show him. If he tries to run one more time, he's got another thing coming.
Maybe stubbornness runs in the family. Like grandmother, like grandson, as they say.
Is that supposed to be a compliment? Huh, that kid's got nothing on me.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, back to what we just saw. I don't even know what to make of it.
Yeah, the captain seriously wants to...
Yeah, how?
Reconstruct the ley lines?
I didn't even know that was possible.
What does that even mean? Something like the loom of fate, maybe? But how does that help with the abyss?
The loom of fate?
Oh, it's kind of hard to explain. Basically, it's a device from Conrio that has unbelievable power. Anyway, if he really wants to manipulate the ley lines, everyone in Natlan will be affected. Oh, this is big.
He's serious. It lines up with everything he said before. He tried to seize the Gnosis for the same purpose.
Which means the captain has been honest from the very beginning. Ororon's memory proves that.
Why is he so obsessed with saving Natlan? Oh, we've got to tell Moika about this right away.
Yes, she needs to know about this. Now.
Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm glad it's not making me teleport there. Or is it? Okay, guys, that's the end of Chapter 5, Act 3. Okay, so that was the end of Chapter 5, Act 3, Beyond the Smoke and Mirrors. God, there's a lot to unpack in this act, and honestly, I have very mixed feelings about it, leaning more towards the negative, if I'm being 100% honest. So I hope I don't make anybody too angry. I swear I'm not trying to be rude or like put anyone down if they actually really like this part, but first of all, let me just there's just a lot to break down here, so bear with me. First of all, the lack of the missing voice lines, the missing English voice lines. It wasn't that big a deal. There were, like, people told me there weren't that many of them, and that is true. You know, most of the stuff that Kachina said was pretty filler stuff. You know, nothing major was really missed, but it honestly kind of threw off my energy. First of all, if I seemed kind of exasperated and I was being quiet and seemed kind of awkward, that was part of it. Like, just starting off with that wasn't a good way to start, honestly. And it kept throwing me off as we went through the story. I know for some people it might seem like I'm overblowing it, but yeah, that actually kind of threw me off. And overall, like, I know most of the Archon quests have been this long, or sometimes even longer, right? But I almost feel like they could have broken up this act into more digestible portions, honestly. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, when you think about how long some of these acts are, some of them are longer than like feature-length films, and it seems like they're trying to cram like way too much into each act. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, because I just feel like there's just way too much to digest, especially with them introducing like all these different, like, you know, brand new lore concepts that are unique to Natlan. It could be a lot to take in at, you know, in a single act, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, if you're gonna organize it into like one portion of storytelling, at least make it all something that we can digest at once. For me, I don't know, maybe I'm stupid or slow, but for me that was like a little bit too much to take in at once. Like, way too many concepts, way too many different, you know, plots and threads going on in one different act. Like, I feel like it wasn't one, you know, simple thread to follow. And going to the next thing, before I keep going on this, let me talk about the good first, the things that I did like about it. So my favorite thing was Citlali, if I'm being honest here. And overall, I think that this act did a good job bringing more characterization to a lot of the characters. You know, I feel like we got to know them better. You know, everyone kind of had their 15 minutes of fame. I mean, not 15 minutes of fame. Everyone had kind of their moment in the spotlight, their time to shine. You know, we got to know Chasca a little bit. We got to know Xilonen a little bit. We really got to know Citlali a lot better. Well, for the first time. We saw her for the first time. So we really got a lot of good characterization of Citlali and of Ororon and of Capitano, too. And then even a little bit of Moika, a little bit. Even though she wasn't in this one as much. So that was what was good. That was one good part about this. And the whole scene with Citlali being drunk. Like, that whole segment was probably my favorite part of this. It was really funny, but then they led it in. It led into something, you know, meaningful. So I liked that. It was also really cool seeing, or not really cool, but it was really interesting seeing like Ororon's motivations. Like, I think they did a good job of explaining his backstory, and it was really nuanced, you know. And there's a lot of there's like a lot of depth to his character, you know. Like, it didn't feel shallow, and his motivations seemed very human. You know, they were very relatable. And also the same with Citlali. Like, it was good to know about her background, you know, and why she is the way she is. You know, she's not just like some angry granny. Like, there's a reason that she's the way that she's self-conscious about her reputation and whatnot because of her deep sense of shame. There's a lot of other interesting things here too. Like, it was interesting getting to see Capitano's alternative plots, you know, with reconstructing the ley lines. Like, that just seems like a crazy thing. That's kind of like a mind-blowing idea. But also even that idea that, you know, the plan B of trying to use the souls as like a net to sort of contain, you know, protect the ley lines or whatever. And that part was kind of interesting to me, because maybe I'm just not understanding the lore properly, but it's like, okay, they said Moika was really concerned because all those souls, right, in the Night Kingdom are living things, but from my understanding, isn't the Night Kingdom kind of like a purgatory or kind of like a, you know, like an afterlife of sorts? I don't know. Or is it because those souls need to be reincarnated back into, you know, new bodies at some point? Like, I feel like I'm not understanding something there. Like, why does the souls matter if they're already dead? And yes, technically they're lives. Why does it matter if they, you know, die or get destroyed? I don't know. Hopefully someone who knows the lore better can explain that to me in the comments or something like that. Because to me, that's like one of the things that was a little bit weaker. I was like, okay, I don't get why it matters. If those souls are already in some kind of afterlife, why does it matter if they, you know, quote unquote die again, you know? So that was kind of interesting. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I might just need to like go back and or I might need to look at someone else's explanation of the lore, because I didn't really quite understand, you know, that. Like, why would that want to stop Malvika from going with that plan? Although I do get that it wasn't a long-term plan, and it wasn't necessarily a foolproof plan either. Like, it seemed like that was kind of like just to kind of buy them more time, I guess, for like a more permanent solution. And then, okay, let me go back to the negative. And again, I hate to be this negative, and I hope I'm not gonna make anybody mad who really liked this act, but it just felt like there was a lot of dragged out dialogue in this one. Like, I don't know, you guys tell me. Maybe I'm just off today, but it felt like, for example, the part with Chasca and Chuychu, like when they were doing the stealth thing, that entire thing felt completely unnecessary to me. Like, why did they even do the timed choices when they were stealthing around? And there was not even other options there, and they only gave you like 5 seconds to press the button. Like, was it just to make sure that the player was still engaged with what was going on? I don't know. That felt completely useless. It felt like really dragged out that they did that. I mean, it's a good idea, you know, trying to keep the player engaged by putting in, like, you know, little quote-unquote QTEs. You can't even really call them QTEs. It just felt pointless, you know. You could have just told us that in a lot fewer scenes, and then the part with them like arguing after and being like, "No, you have to go home and rest." Like that dialogue felt so dragged out and empty, and it didn't add anything we didn't know about Chuychu or about Chasca. Like, it was just like an excuse to have them on the screen a little bit longer or something. So I really didn't like that part, if I'm being 100% honest. And then I don't know, the pacing felt kind of choppy and awkward, in my opinion. Like, it felt like they had trouble getting us from one point to another, or like they didn't quite know how. So it just, I don't really know how to put my finger on it, but it really didn't feel like it was smooth transitions from one part of the plot to another, you know. And then just some other notes, like Xilonen in the story. Like, I'm not complaining that she's in it at all. It was kind of cool seeing her for the first time in the Archon quest, but she didn't get a lot of screen time, and what screen time she did get didn't feel that meaningful, honestly. Like, I mean, it seemed like they were trying to highlight her, you know, and she's on the banner and everything right now, so you would think that they would have I don't know. I was expecting a little bit more from her, I guess, and there just wasn't really that much. It just seemed like she was just eye candy in there. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't, other than her being the person to forge the ancient name. I'm sure she'll come up more in the next act or something, but it just felt like her screen time wasn't all that meaningful, honestly. But anyway, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I know I'm just yapping and yapping. It's just like, I'm trying to process exactly how I feel about this act. That's why it took so long. I know this is like longer than any of my other explanations or outros. But like I said, just so much happened here. And a lot of it was really, it was genuinely interesting. A lot of it was genuinely interesting. I just feel like the storytelling didn't really do it justice. And then there were other distractions like the missing voice dialogue. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. I hope you guys let me know what you think of this. I'm really, really curious. If not, you know, next time we have a stream, I hope to discuss it with you guys. If you've liked the video, please leave a like and please subscribe to the channel for the next act. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great one. Take care. Bye.